Your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Here we go, Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr.
The far side. You ready for the far side?
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far side.
Go.
Welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. So let's get to the fun, shall we? The Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
Yeah.
What's up, baby?
How you feeling?
You're
today,
out.
DeMarco?
Get out of here. You're talking to me. I just ejected you from the game.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, my goodness. What a...
I know.
What
crazy.
If
Why do you throw him out there?
If there's ever a pox on all your houses moment, it was last night in Oklahoma City. For no other reason than one of the best NBA games of the year got torpedoed.
Might have been the best game of the year.
It was
Having
terrific.
so much fun, and then you have to show
That's
up,
fine.
you moron.
We'll get to all of that.
Oh.
I need to know which moron you're referring to.
JT Orr. Let's start with him first.
Well, he's one of them,
Well,
but
he
he's
did
not
it.
the only one.
Right.
We'll get to that in a second.
That's a jerk name.
Do you guys want to say thank you to me right now?
For what?
All three of you?
Why?
I can't help but notice that everyone here has followed suit and is wearing a nice button-up collared shirt today after I was a trendsetter yesterday.
You think we're doing this because we want to look like you?
I just picked
do.
this shirt
or that
for
we're
fun.
making fun
I
of
do.
you?
Yes.
No, I take this as an homage.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Really?
A tribute to
DeMarco
you?
has a nice floral
Yes.
button-up. Emily has a nice brightly colored spring button-up. Jorge's got a little pink,
man.
little festive button-up.
Real men wear pink. Homeboy.
There we go. Yes,
I like
sir.
your pink.
Salmon.
Yeah, thank you.
It's very
No,
Easter.
pink.
I would go with that. I went with a slightly lighter shade of blue today.
Nice.
The
Yesterday was
same
a
level
little
of wrinklage.
Yes.
Same level
That's
of
funny you say
wrinklage.
that.
So last night, I because my closet light works, I saw another one. I'm like, and I took it off the hanger, and it was all wrinkly, and I had plenty of time and ability to iron it. I'm like, no, not gonna iron
Not
it.
gonna iron it.
So
Good
this
for
morning,
you.
Brenda's like, "You gonna wear that today?" I was like, "Yeah." Why? And then I show her, like, I'm like, "Go to this. I'm gonna get ready. Watch this clip real quick. Is Mason giving you a hard time for not being wrinkled? I mean, for being wrinkled."
Yeah.
So she's like, "So you're not gonna iron it?" I was like, "Didn't you just watch the video? Where it says you don't have to iron it. Just wear it out of the closet."
Dang right.
and done deal."
Yours does not fit like a smock. Yours fits like a shirt that was purchased for you.
Yeah.
Schmuck.
See, there you
Yeah.
go.
Yes.
It's the right size.
His is the correct size. I'm a tweener, DeMarco.
Yeah.
I need an XL.
Well, are you there yet with your number, your weight number now?
Yeah, pretty much.
Enough to commit to clothes?
I need to keep it here for
Okay.
a period of time.
You need to burn the boats.
I've been on the way. I've burned the boats before, and all it ends up costing me money to buy
More
new
money.
boats.
I know. I know
So-
exactly where you are.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I need. If I can kind of hang here till the middle of the summer, I'm in.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, my wife's an organizer. You should hire her. We got rid of all the fat clothes, so I have no choice.
I think if a organizer, whether it's your wife or
Yeah.
any other organizer, would be met with extreme resistance by Lady Rogers.
No, this is just your clothes. Whatever doesn't
Oh,
fit
oh.
goes. So you're committed to this.
Well, that's everything I own.
there. Well, there you go.
Yeah, if you got rid
Wardrobe
of
change.
everything that
Yes.
I own that doesn't fit, that would be, other than a
No.
few golf shirts, that would be,
Okay.
it would all be out
I
the
like
door.
your shirt though. Good job.
Thank you, DeMarco.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I
Feels good
feel like
dressed.
I'm on the cutting edge.
It feels good wearing something else.
It
that's
really
not your
does.
normal stuff.
I
Like,
feel
I'm not gonna
more
lie.
mature. Yes.
Yeah, like
sitting up
something
straighter.
about today. Yeah.
Yeah,
There
you
you
feel
go.
a little more proper.
Yes.
A little more refined.
I
shall
feel
we
like
say.
your retired cop partner now.
Well, yeah. See, here's bad news, though. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, what?
If this were a movie, we were buddy cops, you get killed, not me.
I'm the old guy.
Right.
I'm the
And
old
you're
guy.
that guy.
You're
Last name before retirement.
You're the off the chain
You're
dude.
Murtaugh.
I'm trying to rein you in. Here you go.
No, you're smarter
Yeah.
and wiser
Wait,
and more
Murtaugh
experienced.
lived through the whole thing.
Murtaugh's the exception, but
Okay.
the black cop always
Come
is the guy
on,
that
come
gets
on.
it.
Murtaugh lived.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's the guy
Right.
that gets it.
Come on, Riggs.
I'm Riggs. By the way,
The
Riggs,
rolling shot.
Yeah,
Yes.
Riggs is a
Oh,
tough
my God.
deal.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about what happened last night in Oklahoma City. It was a terrific game
Had
for
'em.
3.5 quarters.
You had him.
They had a really good chance to win that. It was just before we get to the Luka ejection, which is the big part of this. It was just a great basketball game to watch.
Yep.
80-72 at the half.
Yeah.
Which is nuts. Like, if you said the Lakers are going to score 72 points in the half, you're like, let's go. They're going to win this. They're going to blow them out again. And they were behind significantly.
Right.
So everybody was making everything they looked at. The Lakers were turning it over like crazy, but they grabbed the lead in the third quarter. They had the lead midway through the fourth quarter, back and forth, number one team in the Western Conference, by the heavy betting favorites.
Had
to
him
go
by
to
the
end.
neck, didn't they?
Had him by the neck.
Yep.
And then what happened happened.
So two things, right? The Lakers are good enough to win a championship or at least come out of the West. I think that's
you're right.
obvious.
I think you're
and
right.
the second thing is basketball, the NBA in particular, I'll just say basketball, can't get out of its own way. Because that was so much fun to watch.
It was.
Watching all those superstars go at it.
terrific.
SGA was great. The Thunder were great. The Lakers were awesome. That
LeBron.
was a fun game, and it
was
was
awesome.
and LeBron was awesome, and it was raucous.
It was.
Why?
It felt like a playoff game in every possible way.
Free playoffs.
Yes.
Why would you do that right then, right there?
I know why.
I do too. I get it, but I mean, as much as I want to be mad at Luka for not shutting your big mouth, shut up, you don't get the benefit of the doubt anymore, right?
Yes.
I want to be mad at the official too. Come on, dude.
Were you as mad at the official as John Ireland was last night?
Hartenstein still trying to stay with him. Luka throws up an 8-footer. Good. And the Lakers lead 108-107.
Oh, Luka just got thrown out.
Why?
He was talking trash to a fan, and the referee thought he was talking to him.
Oh, this is an absolutely horrible decision by JT Orr, by the official. Absolutely horrible. You cannot throw a star player out of an NBA game for talking to a fan.
No, the referee thought he was talking to him, and that's why he threw Luka out.
You cannot do this. Oh, my gosh. This is unconscionable.
Oh.
You cannot do this in a game that's this good. This is one of the worst pieces of officiating I have ever seen, and I've done this for 25 years. I hate this call, and I would say the same thing if they were doing it to Shea. The free throw's good to tie the game at 108. You cannot, Michael, throw a star player out of the game for talking to a fan.
He didn't think he was talking to the fan.
I don't care.
The referee thought he was talking to him. That's why he threw Luka out.
They had 3 Lakers explain it to him, and he still stuck to his guns because his ego is bigger than Luka staying in the game.
Once you make the call, you got to stick with it.
That is awful.
Yeah,
absolutely horrible.
The referee thought Luka was yelling at him.
That is the worst officiating I've seen this year.
All right.
Oh, my God.
So,
that's Seinfeld.
If there is ever a time where this statement has been true, it's right now. Everybody in that clip right there is right. Everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Michael's right.
Everybody's
John's right. The official was not right. But
he was.
He what John is saying is right. You cannot do that. You cannot kick Luka out. But what Michael is saying is where I ultimately land.
Yes.
Look, let me be as crystal clear about this as I can. Luka Doncic should not have been kicked out of the game last night. He was clearly addressing a fan and not a referee. He did not deserve to be ejected, full stop. And the ejection of Luka Doncic radically changed the game and torpedoed the Lakers' chances of winning. The referee decided the outcome of the game, period. Okay.
Well, helped.
The game went in a totally different direction once that happened.
7 minutes.
Luka Doncic has complained to every referee on every possession for every season
he whines.
of his entire career.
He whines all the time.
And when you never, ever stop whining and complaining and bitching and throwing your hands up and putting your hands in the air and making faces,
yes,
eventually somebody's going to react badly to that. And JT Orr was the guy that reacted. It was a terrible call. It was a terrible call, and he should have gone back and consulted with the other referees and said, I made a mistake. He was talking to the referee, not me. He's in the game. We're going to keep playing. He should have done that, but he didn't, and that's on JT Orr. But when you never, ever stop whining, and I want to use this as an example. I'm sure, I know I've done this. Maybe you have. Maybe you have, Jorge, with your kids. Sometimes the kids are doing something that's driving you crazy. It's driving you crazy. It's driving you. Knock it off. Knock it off. Knock it off. Don't do that. Don't do it. Stop. Stop. Knock it off. Knock it off. Knock it off. And You're getting more and more frustrated. You're getting more and more bothered by it. And eventually they do something that really isn't a big deal that you maybe misinterpret it and you explode. And you're incredibly angry and you're like, I didn't do it. You did do it because you pushed me to this point of I can't. You ever do is aggravate me, and that's where JT Orr was.
Yeah,
where I did he blow it 100%? Should Luka stay in the game 100%? But Luka never stops whining.
It would get on my nerves too.
Technical, DeMarco. Yeah. The reason it was the second one that got him run is because he was bitching about a call that had nothing to do with him.
He was still running his mouth.
He was bitching on behalf of Jared Vanderbilt because it's like, dude, you picked up a tee on a play that didn't even involve you.
Yeah.
Like what? The reason you were on the 1 yard line and getting ejected is because you picked up an earlier tee.
Because you can't stop talking.
Because you can't stop.
You can't stop talking. You can't stop interjecting yourself. You can't stop whining, flailing your arms, showing me up.
Right.
That is controllable. To me, that's either on LeBron, that's on JJ, that's on Luka. You got to control yourself a little bit better. But this is the experience of Luka Doncic. This is what I said. This is what the Maverick fans have been going through. Luka's been thrown out before. Luka's thrown the ball at the officials a few times.
He's got 14 texts this season.
He's a villain. He's a heel. He's the guy you want on your basketball team on the road. Heel. Is it heel? Anyway, he's that guy. So this is not new. And I would expect a professional basketball referee to turn to stone, especially with star players.
He should have.
Now, one thing I would say about John Ireland, and I have a question. He says that you cannot throw out a star player in a game like this. Do you mean for anything? For any reason?
I don't think that's what he means. I think if you punched a referee or another player, you got to go. But if you are just whining, I'm going to, as the referee, and again, the referee made a huge mistake. The referee should have never teed him up for that. You do not.
Which one?
Which technical?
The one that ran him?
Yes.
Okay. Well, look. So here's where I'm coming around to this, right? So if you're Luka and you may have a legit gripe, but you've already got T number one. Now that should have been made clear on the sideline. Whatever. You've got a T. They're looking to run you. Shut your blanking mouth. Yes. I'll handle it.
Yes.
If you think you've been fouled, look to me. I'll yell at him.
Right.
I need you on the floor. That should have been made clear.
I agree.
So that's where Luka made a mistake.
Yes.
Now the official, whatever, if he took it personal, if he had it out with Luka before the game, what was the report that he said he would talk to every Laker but Luka?
That's what the Lakers are saying. That's what I think what Vanderbilt said.
Okay, so if that's true and you took that personal baggage onto the floor and you threw him out in that game, you should never work again. Ever.
It's a terrible call, and
I can't trust you.
Nobody should. I agree with everything you said.
Yeah.
But the reason he came into this game with baggage, as you want to call it, and I think you're right.
The official.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is because it's like this, here we go again. He's doing it again. It's just like you're doing it. You're doing the thing that you do every time, and we all have our breaking points. A referee shouldn't. A referee should be stoic. A referee should start every game at 0. That's what they should.
Right.
They're also human beings. And he made a huge mistake in throwing Luke out. Huge mistake. But when you're the guy that never stops.
Well, wait a minute. You're a bottom line guy, right?
Sure.
I take you as a bottom line dude.
Sure.
So if you say one more word and you're out of here, and then I go, hi, are you going to run me or no?
No.
Are you?
Unless you do go,
right,
hi.
Or something, or anything in my direction.
Doing it to pimp me, if you just go, okay, and turn around and walk away.
You know what I mean? But you know what I mean. If
yeah.
you say one more word,
Yeah.
one more act, do something crazy, and you're out of here,
Yeah.
and I make it known,
Yeah.
and then you do it and you test me, I
Right.
got to run you.
Yes.
Or
I
I've
agree.
lost all credibility.
I agree with you.
So he did his job. Luka was on alert, or he's been warned, and
yes.
and you thought you were above it in that situation.
Everybody was wrong in this. The referee got it wrong. We'll get to the fan eventually too, because that guy was a knuckle.
The more we talk about it, the more mad at Luka I get.
Me too.
Yeah,
Look,
I do.
It was a terrible call. He never should have been. You earned your short trigger. You earned the quick hook. This is one of those. If you're constantly complaining to every referee in every game for every season of your entire career, sometimes guys are going to get it wrong because I've been right every other time. You can't constantly push buttons, and then the one time you didn't, and I misread it that it's 99% the referee's fault. But Luka's got some ownership in this.
They teed him up. Shut up, bro.
Shut up, bro.
They're trying to run you.
Stop. I like what you
Talk
said.
to
That's
me.
where JJ needs to get in there, or LeBron, or somebody that has leverage.
Yes.
Somebody that he will listen to and say, listen, man, we can't win without you.
Right.
We cannot beat this team without you. This is an important part of our team. We have to have you. That guy is a you-know-what. He's looking to screw you.
He's looking to run you.
He's looking to ruin this game.
Don't give him what he wants.
Don't give it to him.
Yes.
Don't give it to him.
But is it also what fires up Luka?
I understand. And I know what the argument on this said. I didn't say anything to him. I said it to a fan. But you've put yourself on the 1-inch line by all the things you did do.
Tony Soprano says, I'm innocent of this murder.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Not the 15 other bodies.
It's
this
a
one.
drag because like how we started this whole thing, it ruined a terrific game.
It made me thirst for the next one.
Yeah.
I can't wait until we go, or till the Lakers go there again. That's going to be fun.
And I think that might be what we get.
Oh, yeah.
We'll
I
see
hope
what
so.
round we get it in, because the Lakers,
And we've been craving for this. This seems like a real rivalry now.
It felt like a very, very important game. And Luka, I get it, like you said, Emily, and we'll talk about this on the other side. I think part of it is what may happen tonight in Dallas is what gets Luka going is this. It's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
That is awful.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
To transform and improve your travel journey, the People Mover train will quickly move guests between all terminals, the new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, economy parking, and a kiss and fly lot. The trains will make it simple and fast to get to your LAX destination in 10 minutes or less, and trains depart every 2 minutes, beginning in early 2026. Learn more on this website, lawa.org/ESPN.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. And our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Harbor Freight knows time is money. So for our Spring Black Friday sale, we're getting straight to the deals. This weekend, you get 35% off jack stands, 56-inch roll cabs under $800, and 2,300 PSI electric pressure washers under $190. See? Straight to the point, so you can get straight to the savings. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight. Valid until April 13th, 2025 while supplies last. Limitations apply.
Progressive knows when you're on your boat, you're already on vacation. And Vacation You forgets all your worries. Vacation You doesn't even keep track of time and knows that time is a meaningless construct designed to control us, man. But Regular You knows you don't want to be too far out in the water after the sun goes down because Vacation You doesn't know how to navigate in the dark yet. Vacation You and Regular You really need to get on the same page. So bundle your boat with your home or auto policy and earn an automatic discount from Progressive. And spend the savings on the both of you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
You didn't think he was talking to the fan.
I don't care.
I don't care. I hate it. I don't care.
Luka gets tossed last night, picks up his second technical with the Lakers ahead at the time. They were ahead by a point. JT Orr tosses him for yelling at a fan. He thinks it's directed at him, and I believe that was not the right thing to do. It was a mistake. But I think the largest mistake that Orr made was after conferring with the other officials, where those two guys didn't say, listen, JT, he wasn't talking to you, and saying, we're gonna run it back. He stays in the game. But Luka Doncic is not without ownership in at least pushing him and many, many other referees to the precipice of teeing him up unnecessarily because of the incessant whining. And I think that is getting skipped over way too frequently.
We're not.
Too frequently.
So one of the things
Radio's
that...
Clinton Yates.
Is it radio
How
today?
are you? It's radios now.
All right.
If Morales isn't here, I'm not a star, which thank God. Anyway, so I was talking with Emily before the show about soccer, Champions League, et cetera, et cetera. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because in refereeing and footy, dude, accumulation and dissent are a thing. Where it's like after a while, if a referee just says, I've had enough of you, you can go. Because it's just a look at it, and even if not even if not overall in terms of reputation, he already had a tech. That's my number one
on a play
issue.
that he was not involved in.
That's what I'm saying here. And if you look at this more largely, and Johnny I can yell all day about how he would have said the same thing if it were Shea on the other side. I don't buy that. Because he's not the same guy. And it's just not the same circumstance. And
he
if you
wouldn't have gotten tossed.
He wouldn't, right? Exactly. Because he wouldn't have done this. And so at some point.
And he hasn't been doing this for years.
You've got to be realistic about what's going on. Even Shaq blamed Luka. And Shaq was famously about talking trash and thought refs should be out of games. And I'm not saying. It's also highly hilarious that Lakers fans are out here talking about, they're out to get us. Last week it was, the Lakers get whatever they want because Luka walks in town for free, and now all of a sudden it's everybody's out to get the Lakers. Like that doesn't even make sense.
Luka, just be quiet.
My point is that and it's like if it fires you up and that's how you have to play, that's kind of an issue in itself.
Yeah.
That's why half the reason why the Mavs probably didn't want you. They were tired of this crap.
So they're bringing up Draymond. They're saying Draymond complains doesn't get run. It's more Draymond complains when he gets called for fouls.
Draymond got run in the NBA Finals, and it cost him the game and arguably the
Luka
series.
complains when he doesn't get called.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Well, that could have been an accident. I'm just saying, well placed.
But you know what's funny about that? And I know you're kidding, but it's the same thing. Draymond Green had forfeited the benefit of the doubt.
You've lost all benefit of the doubt.
Much like Luka Doncic has forfeited the benefit of the doubt. So when it does go, he clearly was talking to the fan. He clearly was talking to the fan. But the point being, you've pushed me to the 1-inch line. When I react poorly to that, it's not just my fault. It's our collective mismanagement of the situation.
I would also go so far as to say, if talking to fans is that important to you, what are you doing? There's an element of that on a deeper level where I'm like, okay, buddy, like that's not Spike Lee.
Is that what you need?
That's some random guy in
Mr.
Oklahoma.
Tattoo or Tattoo Dude or whatever his name was.
That guy gets his attention dollars and you get kicked out of the game. Who's the dummy here?
Right.
It ain't him.
You are. You get paid. This is why you make so much money, is you get paid to block that stuff out. And professionals should be able to block that stuff out. You're just a chair. You paid to see me play. But I would say this: you don't get just to say anything to me without reprisal.
No,
I will come back at you.
No, I think we all kind of understand where that is. You can't do that.
No,
I think,
LeBron himself has showed that example where he's pointed people out and said, "Get him out of here."
By all accounts, that's not what this fan was. This was about leaving a shot short.
But win the game first, and then call the guy out.
Yeah.
Win the game first, then call the officials out.
If I'm JJ, I'm hot.
Oh, you should be.
Okay,
yes.
so I got one for you guys.
Okay.
Could this have double meaning? I want to read you guys a quote from J.J. Redick. Could this potentially be...
Can I answer first?
Yes.
Okay.
Here's the quote. It was a great game that unfortunately didn't get to finish out the way that I think every basketball fan would want because of some decision-making on one individual's part.
Ooh.
Yeah. Take your pick.
Ooh, take your pick. I mean, listen. I like JJ. I think he's an excellent politician in terms of how he communicates. Yeah, he could be pointing at Luka there. Why not?
Of course.
When I read that,
himself.
I went,
Luka,
yeah, he said,
the official, at the fan.
He can easily say, of course
John
I'm talking
Ireland.
about JT Orr.
But he didn't.
And
he doesn't care about getting fined.
No, of course not.
Lakers will pay
I
that
want to
fine.
read it again.
Okay.
I want to read it again because when I read it, I went, oh. It was a great game that unfortunately didn't get to finish the way that I think every basketball fan would have wanted because of some decision-making on one individual's part.
That sounds like coach speak for I'm talking to my player.
Yeah.
It sure does.
I mean, it should be. I
It
wouldn't
sure
have had a
does.
problem with him saying something about it publicly either. At this stage
I
of the
wouldn't
game,
put his name on it.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
I would not
That's
do it
the best way to
publicly
handle it.
because first of all, I don't know Luka Doncic well enough to know how he would respond to that. If I'm the coach and I think he would respond positively to it, then maybe I would.
See the Denver Nuggets.
But on the plane to Dallas last night or this morning when they're at Shooter or whatever it is, hey, grab a seat real quick. I want to talk about something. We got no shot without you.
Yeah.
We've got no shot without you. And the only way that we don't have a shot is with you in the locker room because of the constant whining. I'm not saying that you can't argue with officials because most of the guys in the league do it. But I think, again, we all know the difference between what Steph Curry does, what LeBron James does, and what Luka Doncic does. It's different.
I agree.
And it's whinier, for lack of a better word. And if you keep doing this, we're dead in the water. I'm not going to embarrass you publicly because that doesn't do anything, but I need you to think this through.
If this happens a week ago and you're not on the heels of the most emotional game your entire team is going to go through in Dallas tonight, I think he says something. I think he says more.
Yeah,
I really honestly
Forgot about that.
The timing of the situation, I think, affects how much this is addressed.
They
got the biggest game of the season for them
him.
as a gelling unit,
Yeah.
though. But you know what I'm
And
saying?
by the way, they need to win 2 of these last 3.
That's what I'm saying. They still kind of have to get it together. I think if this comes at a different point of the season, there's a different response from JJ publicly.
I would
For
hope.
sure.
I would hope that you don't have to go to him. I would hope that Luka would come to JJ and say, "I'm sorry. I'll be better at this."
Perhaps.
I would hope
That would be.
That's the greatest response you can get.
It would be.
Yeah.
That would be the ideal response. I don't. Emily brought up an interesting point too. Luka could be one of those guys that needs to play angry to play at his best. Those guys are few and far between, but there are guys that I need an enemy, real or imagined, that I need to rally against. And tonight it's going to be the referees or a fan or whoever it is. I need to get engaged. Those guys also typically are not super self-reflective in getting to what you
In their
had.
nature,
right?
right.
In that, hey, first of all, it usually only comes with age and experience to realize that you're going to be right about half the time. The other half, I was wrong. I got that. I missed that. Given a chance to do it again, I would choose left instead of right.
Yeah.
I don't think Luka's at that point in his life.
Well, it depends on what came off that sideline. It's like, hey, Luka, you suck, bro. I'm cooking your guy.
No, but
shut your butt up, eat your popcorn,
but
and
you
watch
just
me
said
play.
yourself, you can't let that
No,
happen.
but it's some. You can hear everything. You can't let it affect you. But sometimes you're going to be like, "What did you just say?"
LeBron pointed a guy out
Yeah.
because they were making reference to car crashes and life and death situations.
That's
If
ridiculous.
a guy is
Yeah.
screaming at you about your basketball game and you get all out of sorts to the point that you get tossed.
No, not all the sorts. It's just like I just hit a shot. I
guys,
suck.
this was
I'm
not-
ahead. Right.
Lost the psychological battle to a fan.
But I
is
want to go
what
back
happened.
to what you said at the beginning, DeMarco. This was not the first technical. This was not a
The
double T
second,
and go.
I know.
This
Yeah.
was the second you get the first one, which you shouldn't have gotten because
Yeah.
you're arguing on behalf of another player. Let the coach do it. Let the other player do it. And if Jared Vanderbilt gets kicked out of the game, we still got a chance.
Fine.
We still got a chance. But now I've put myself in the box to where I have to eat whatever's coming next. And if the fan is chirping you to the point where you don't like it, you say, I need that guy
Well, here's
gone.
what I
And
don't
then
know.
move him out.
Right.
What did Lucas say back to the fan?
Who
What
cares?
What difference does
Well,
it
I
make?
do. What did the official hear? That said this is.
What
if he
does
said-
that
What
matter?
if he said, shut the blank up?
Or you're a POS.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like, I mean, I don't think it
Okay,
matters.
then I think that would say that Luka let the crowd get to him. I don't think that was the case. I think he just shouted back at the guy and was keeping it pushing.
Yeah.
And the official was in the way and
he thought it was directed at him
and
when
threw
it
him
wasn't.
out and made a mistake there. So
we're all too old for this crap.
Yeah.
It's kind of where I feel also. It's like, dude,
He didn't Westbrook him.
You
He
have
didn't-
to lock in this situation. If that's what locking in is, singling out a guy on the sideline.
No, he was backing up and.
I mean,
getting
more
back
largely,
on, yeah,
DeMarco.
I'm no,
You
just
know what I'm
backing up,
saying?
getting back on D. Just shut your butt up and watch the game, and then gets back into it, and the official throws him out. It could have been as quick as that.
I don't have time for that.
If the official was 3 yards away from the fan, none of this happens.
The mechanics of what happened in those couple of seconds
Aren't even the point to me.
They're not the point.
I don't
to me
think
either.
the fan distracted it. I just think he said something, and the official thought it was
I
to
agree,
him.
but it's the build up to that moment that is the problem. It is the lead up to his constant conflict with referees, the constant having his hands out at the side, putting his hands through his hair.
You got to
the
stop all
constant-
that nonsense.
That all of that led up to the point where there was for lack of a better word, a misunderstanding on the sidelines that led to a stupid ejection.
You lost the benefit of the doubt by running your mouth, and you got thrown out. So whatever it was, but I mean, I don't want to say that Luka needs to fire himself up to be a villain. I think that's just who he is. And I think like he said, I'm not afraid to go back at the fans if they yell at me.
I don't care if he does.
But I don't think he didn't go to them aggressively.
No, but that's not why he got kicked out. The fan part of this was just the only reason the fan is involved in this conversation to me is because that's where the words were actually directed. That the referee misinterpreted the direction.
Again,
but I don't think
he's a
Luka was
basketball
unnerved.
player, DeMarco.
Yeah.
I'm
No, I
not
don't think
here
so.
to be chalk talking what he talks about with fans mid game. Like that's the point here. Is that if you were cutting off your production because you can't stay on the court, I don't care what the
He
reason
wasn't
is.
cutting off his production. Never mind.
Yeah,
Okay.
but do you understand what I'm saying? Like
Not
if
really,
one way
no.
or another you can't find a way to stay in games,
All he did was shout at a fan, which is what everybody does.
well, then figure it out.
That's what John Ireland said. You can't throw a star player out for talking to the fans.
Turns out you can, and you did. So that's my
But
point.
it was
At
a
some point, you've got to
It was a
reevaluate.
mistake, but I wouldn't say that Luke. But never mind.
I mean, again, Draymond Green found himself thrown out of an NBA Finals game for a non-benefit of the doubt situation. He couldn't stay in the game.
Every sport has their version of this.
Yeah.
There are guys that on the mound don't get the benefit of the doubt. There are guys that get an extra baseball off the plate. There are hitters that you could split the plate in half, ball one. Because I'm just not calling strikes on this guy.
Human nature is a factor.
Football, a borderline play, it's a dirty play, it gets flagged. Why? Because I did a dirty play 2 weeks ago.
Totally.
And 2 weeks before that.
Vontaze
and
I'm not
doesn't
disagreeing
get
with
that
any of
call.
that. I'm just all I was disagreeing was that you thought that Luka was unnerved by a fan. That's not what
I
happened.
don't think that's what I think Luka likes.
Or Luka let
likes-
a fan take him out of his game. That's
what I'm
not what
saying.
happened.
No. Luka
but-
likes conflict.
Right,
He likes
but
it. He thrives with it.
If that literally takes him out of the game, you don't need the proverbial taking you out of the game.
I don't
is
think
what I'm saying. Is like because the ref, whether the ref was in the wrong or not, you just can't let that happen.
Well, that's the
as
other
a
thing,
professional.
Clinton. It seemed like that ref came in with an agenda. That's something else I need
What's
to.
the agenda? I mean,
He said, "I'm not talking. I'll talk to anybody but Luka."
That's a reasonable.
So if you
response
walked
to me.
on the floor with that personal baggage, you should never ref again.
But the question, the question,
or at least
I
for
have
the
is-
year.
I hear what you're saying, but why is he got it on for Luka? That
because he
matters
complains
too.
a lot.
Self-inflicted
Right.
Yeah.
That had all of a sudden JT Orr come into this game and said, you know what? Anybody but you, Austin Reeves.
Yeah.
I'd be like, huh?
Anybody but
like
Rashid.
what? Huh? Anybody but you, Gabe Vincent.
Yeah.
Wait, what? What are we doing?
Anybody
here?
but you, Tim Duncan.
But
yeah, would you say Tim Duncan got tossed for smiling in a game?
Smiling at a guy.
Worse
I
things
know,
have
that's what I'm
happened
saying. It's
in the
personal.
NBA. Worse
Yes.
things have happened. The personal part is the fun part for me. But
it's a lot.
right.
It's
No doubt.
a lot. All right, we'll take some phone calls on this. What do you think, Laker fans?
You're out.
877-710 ESPN. You didn't get the
Get out
memo.
of
You're
here.
supposed to wear a button-up shirt today, Yates.
Oh, you missed the
Radio's
memo.
Clinton Yates.
In honor of Travis.
It's all coming up. Strav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Hey, have you ever dealt with chafing? Yes, me too. Not ashamed to admit it. So whether it's back in the playing days when I used to get that rip on the inseam of my playing pants, oh my God, it would hurt. I can't quit. I got to keep going. And the shower afterwards absolutely sucked. Or my morning walks. Same thing. It's no joke. Chafing is real, it sucks, and it hurts. That's why I always keep Highland's chafing cream or chafing relief on deck. This stuff has been a game changer for me. It goes on like a cream, dries like a powder, and stays put even through sweat and water. And it smells pretty good, too. No greasy mess, just all-day protection. If you've already got some chafing, you are not alone. Really, think about this. Highlands Chafing Relief soothes it fast with aloe, shea butter, and tea tree oil. Just a lot of in that right there. So whether you're running, riding, hiking, or just dealing with the heat, Highlands Chafing Relief has your back and your thighs and your arms and your upper chest area if you're Travis over there. You get the idea. You shouldn't have to stop doing what you love because of chafing. Trust me, grab Highlands Chafing Relief and feel the difference. Available today at Walmart and Target.
Two of the biggest titans in all of CONCACAF. Los Angeles Football Club, Inter Miami CF. Battle it out for one spot in the CONCACAF Champions Cup semifinal.
Shot from 22 and in! Ordaz has scored! It's a golazo!
Last week, leg one was a thrill at BMO Stadium. Leg two in Miami will not disappoint. LAFC versus Inter Miami.
What's it going to take them out over there in leg two? Teamwork makes the dream work.
Pre-game starts today at 4:30 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
So Mark Real from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, crowd rocking. Retolo Chevrolet's top hitter, Mike Capozio. He's facing off with the Bulldog, and these two have quite the history. Here's the pitch. Oh, he got all of it. That ball is out of here like a red Corvette, and it's going and going and going. Yes!
Dad, are you having that dream again?
Come see what the fun is all about at Retolo Chevrolet.
Big on protein, rich on flavor. The new $10 Islands Restaurants protein bowls are here for a limited time. Packed with over 40 grams of protein and stacked with fresh ingredients for the flavors you love. Just in a bowl. Find your protein paradise at islandsrestaurants.com.
ESPN LA is hitting the road. Tune in Monday, April 14th to Sedano and Cap as we broadcast live from SeaWorld San Diego. We'll explore the nation's largest standalone jellyfish exhibit, the all-new Jewels of the Sea, featuring awe-inspiring jellyfish, and set sail on a flavor adventure at the Seven Seas Food Festival. Don't miss the action, the fun, and maybe even a few surprises. Monday, April 14th, 3 to 6 p.m. Live from SeaWorld San Diego. SeaWorld San Diego. Open your world to something amazing.
This PGA Tour moment is brought to you by True Green.
After eagling 15 in a final round of the 1986 Masters, Jack Nicklaus realized he could win for the first time. He sat at 16 with a 5-iron in hand and 175 yards to the hole. With a ball in flight, his son caddying for him said, "Be right." Jack responded, "It is," and it landed 3 feet from the hole. Jack made birdie and went on to win his 6th and final Masters.
True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
A great lawn is like a great sports team. It takes expertise and a little extra care to really stand out. That's where True Green comes in. They're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour, so they know a thing or two about keeping grass looking like a fairway. It's more affordable than you think, and they'll even match any competitor's price. Plus, True Green backs it all up with a satisfaction guarantee. Head to TrueGreen.com today. Let the pros do the work while you sit back and enjoy the results.
Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
All right, obviously, Laker fans pretty fired up about what happened in Oklahoma City last night. I think, DeMarco, you and I are on the same page on this part. Seeing what the Lakers did on Sunday, combined with what they did for 3.5 quarters yesterday, leads me to a very positive place about their ability to beat that team. It's not going to be easy.
To beat OKC,
beat OKC, and to beat them 4 times in 7 games after seeing what
feel comfortable?
I don't know if I feel comfortable, but I'm not pessimistic.
I feel comfortable.
You think they're the favorite?
No, I mean, I thought that Oklahoma City would just run them off the floor.
Yeah.
Based on what I've seen, I feel different. Same thing as I felt when the Lakers went up to Denver and got that big win up there. Feel different about the Nuggets now. I feel different about the Thunder as it relates to the Lakers. Now, you still got to get 2 in your last 3.
Yeah.
to keep the 3. That's what I'm more concerned with now.
You could get some help from some other people.
I hope so. I hope so. Yeah.
It went from, let's say, a month ago, or even maybe 3 weeks ago. Hey, the Lakers got to beat Oklahoma City 4 times in 7 games. It would be, I don't know, man. That's asking a lot, too. All right. Yeah, they got a shot.
Yeah.
And those 2 games, because it wasn't just that they won. That game last night was played at full intensity by both sides, and until Luka got thumbed, I don't know who's going to win that game. It was really close.
You know what tripped me out? You know who the oldest guy on that roster is?
On OKC's?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Who is it?
The oldest,
Alex Caruso.
Alex Caruso is the oldest guy on that roster.
Dude, and they still have something like 900 draft picks over the next 5 years.
They have
it's crazy.
Younger guys than some college teams now.
Oh, yeah. No, they're nothing but young guys.
So I think with a Lakers squad, with a guy that's 40 years old, 22 years in the league, that's the worst matchup you can find. And the Lakers found a way to combat that. Like, I feel a lot better about the Lakers facing off against the Thunder in a 7-game series now, based on what I've seen.
Couldn't agree more. Let's try our first call of the day. Let's try TC in L.A. TC, you're on with Travis DeMarco. What's up, TC?
Well, first of all, want to hit the nail on the head here. This official last night, is he the only one to ever call a technical on Luka?
No.
Or is it a variety of referees that's calling techs on Luka?
It's a variety.
Okay. Now, I want to throw this one at you. Okay? Not only Luka, LeBron cries just as much as Luka does. Okay? But my thing is, if you look at the game last night, the Lakers shot at least, 17 more free throws than the Thunder did. The call was 26 fouls for the Thunder, 15 fouls for the Lakers. So my question is, why are they doing all this crying when they're shooting more free throws and they're having less fouls called against them than the other team? Come on, man.
That's a good point. Well, I mean, just because you're shooting more free throws doesn't mean that they aren't missing calls. And it's not just Luka that's complaining. I think he just does it more than most.
I think he does it as much as anybody.
Yeah.
Right? Look, LeBron he's right.
complains.
TC is right. Not like that.
Yeah.
Not like that. LeBron complains as much as anybody. Steph Curry is a guy that complains quite a bit.
Or not afraid to tell the official you missed. Yeah.
Luka's feels, and again, it's one of those things that I can't really explain it to you, but I know it when I see it, right? Luka's whining is slightly different and slightly more often. Luka whines on virtually every possession.
Did you guys watch the TNT broadcast?
I was watching Spectrum.
So Shaq, Candace Parker, and Air Canada, Vince Carter.
Okay.
And they were talking about the most what did they say? Unrefereeable players ever. Shaq is one of them.
Yeah.
I think they brought in Luka was one, Dwight Howard in Orlando was one, and they said Luka might be that guy now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you get fouled legit on every single play, every single time because of how big you are. It's legit. You are getting fouled, but we can't stop the game for every single call.
Yes, and at some point, Luka is going to have to understand that they're going to miss calls, they're going to blow calls, and him being in the game is the most important thing. Him staying in the game. And I can hear the chorus from people. He didn't say anything. You're right. In that particular moment, he didn't say anything to the referee, but it was all the moments leading up to it that led the referee to get it wrong.
Yes.
Right? And the referee did get it wrong. Luka should not have been kicked out of that game, but this idea that JT Orr is solely responsible for what happened last night, it's not the full story.
Either Luka's going to have to learn how to control this, or JJ is going to have to go Bobby Knight every now and then to protect his guy.
I think that's a good call.
Yeah.
Let me do it. Let me help you.
You got to stay out here. I could go in. You can't.
Right.
We got to win. Yes.
We got a chance if I'm in the locker room. We don't if you are.
Right. Yeah, I think you're going to have to do, unless Luka learns how to understand how he's being officiated and let it go. Stop talking and play. If not, then JJ's going to have to step up and be that guy.
Here's the other thing.
Take the heat for him.
And I get it. We're all a little different. We all go about these things differently. The guy that never complains, that all of a sudden says, hey, man, That guy's killing me. I'm going to listen to that guy. The guy that after every possession goes, you missed it. What are you doing? Wake up. You missed it. I'm just like, dude, shut up.
Or yeah.
And so even at some point,
call the blank and foul.
Right. At some point, like, dude, you say it after every play.
Every single play.
I'm not listening to you.
Even the ones where you're not fouled.
Even the ones where you're right. I'm assuming you're wrong because you never stop yelling at me.
I know. Crazy.
Right? And that's the part that you cannot just blow.
He's not going to change. You know this, right?
I don't think so.
He's not going to change.
And that's
the Luka experience.
That's at least a portion of the reason he's here in the first place.
Of course.
It may not be the only reason. It may not be the biggest reason, but it's a reason.
You know, maybe we are giving LeBron a pass on this. Jordan had Rodman. You got to keep him in check. When Artest was here, Meta World Peace, you've got to find a way to keep that in check because they're trying to run you. They're looking for you. We need you on the floor, so how do you manage that?
Yeah.
If you're LeBron. If this guy's going to complain. Right.
Something. Look, you got to at least attempt to.
Yeah, you got to be
whether or not you'll be successful or not, I don't know.
Be a diplomat. I don't know. Be LeBron.
And maybe he is. Maybe he is doing it at practice. He's doing it on the airplane. He's doing it in other places. Like, man, hey, maybe they're working on it. I don't know. What I'm saying is he got kicked out of a game last night that changed the game.
Can't do it.
Can't do it. Let's try another one. Camarillo. Jose, you're on Travis DeMarco.
Yeah, so what I would say is I think you guys are right and wrong because the way Luka is, his nature, he's a gamer. He's a dog. Like, it drives him to be able to talk smack to players, to be able to talk smack to fans. Obviously, you don't want, like, a Meta World Peace situation where you go at the fans. But at the same time, like in the 90s when Reggie Miller was going back and forth with Spike Lee and Jordan would do it, it would give us some of the best games in moments in NBA history. And I think Luka's one of those players where you cannot take him out of a game, especially at this part of the season.
Jose, I agree with what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying. If they had thrown him out, if JT Orr's explanation had been he yelled a profanity into the stands and I ejected him for that, that would be 1,000% unforgivable. What the hell are we doing here? He misunderstood. He thought he was being yelled at. He wasn't, but he thought that he was. So I think that he didn't get kicked out for yelling at the fan. He got kicked out because the referee thought the referee was being yelled at. So let's make sure that we're specific about this because I think that makes a difference.
I think I have a last man standing.
Oh!
I think I have a last man standing. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do the last man standing.
Right now?
No, not right now.
Okay,
let's do it at 10.
Let's do it at 10.
I think I have a last man standing about this right here.
More of your phone calls coming up in just a little bit, and a little Far Side coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland, today at noon after Travis and DeMarco.
The two things that are always in my house, those cans of green Parmesan cheese.
Yeah.
And Ready Whip.
But the Ready Whip isn't always in the fridge.
Yeah,
you just go and get it and then take it.
Yeah, I have 5 cans of Ready Whip in the fridge right now.
You gotta stay ready.
I want that drop ready for tomorrow's Open.
Yeah.
He's got 5 cans of Ready Whip.
I do. 5 cans of Ready Whip.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
Next Gen, the official air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and electrical team of SoCal sports fans. And spring is here, and it's time to clear out dust and allergens, not just from your home, but from the air you breathe. Next Gen is here to help you breathe easier. And right now, ESPN LA listeners can get $100 off select indoor air quality products to help reduce allergens, dust, and pollutants from your home. Upgrade your air, protect your family's health, and enjoy cleaner, fresher air all season long. Next Gen is here for you 7 days a week with financing options available because your family's safety and comfort are always their top priority. Don't wait. Call 833-3-NEXT-GEN today to claim your $100 off select indoor air quality product. That's 833-3-NEXGEN. That's 833-3-NEXGEN today to start breathing cleaner, safer air tomorrow. Call right now.
NEXGEN. Call 833-3-NEXT-GEN.
Now, your big ideas don't have to wait. They have everything they need to come to life because Dell Technologies and Intel are creating technology that loves ideas. A technology that loves expanding your business and evolving your passion. We push what technology can do so great ideas can happen right now. Find out how to bring your ideas to life at Dell.com. Welcome to Now.
Quarterback Jordan Love isn't just on Green Bay's team. He's also on the American Family Insurance team. Because like us, he believes in dreaming fearlessly.
Just chase your dreams and don't let nobody hold you back.
And we help protect those dreams with the right coverage so you can
dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
You unlock this door with a key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into the land of shadow and substance, of things and ideas you've crossed over into the far side.
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far side.
Go. It is the middle ground between light and shadow.
Do you know what helped?
4 or 5 hour ride.
I jumped in the ocean. It helped.
Between science and superstition.
I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel fast. I want to feel naked out there.
And it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. The far side.
Oh, I just got nervous again talking about how to break the Dodgers season down. Like, how not to panic right now. This is the first quarter.
Fire Dave.
Fire Dave, stop it.
Nobody's panicking.
Are we on semesters here? SC,
Depends
UCLA?
on where you go.
Yeah.
Like the Cal State system, half of it's on the semesters, half, like one of my kids is at Cal Poly.
Yeah.
Quarters. Other kid is at San Diego State. Semesters. Go
What is
figure.
the difference between quarters and semesters?
Semesters are longer than quarters.
But the breaks are longer?
I don't know about the breaks. They're about the same, but you have 2 semesters or 3 quarters.
Emily, can you help me out? Oh, she's talking. Quarters and semesters, I don't know. Anyway, but how the Dodgers are playing right now, they won't be playing like this past the quarter pole. I hope. Right? Is that what we're saying?
They're fine.
They're fine?
They're fine.
They're fine. You're telling
They're
me
just
this.
playing bad. It's fine.
I hate that. See, we're taking on water. The boat's sinking, and you're telling me it's fine.
No, you're not taking what's happening. You're not taking on water. What happened is that the buffet wasn't very good.
The buffet wasn't okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
The
boat is still seaworthy.
The shrimp may be making people sick. You're
Yeah,
telling me
it's
not to
even
worry.
that. You know what? It's the cocktail sauce wasn't spicy enough.
Right. but
That's what it was.
I got sick passengers, and you're telling me not to worry.
No, you don't have sick passengers. That's what I'm telling you. It's somebody mildly complained that their wine wasn't chilled properly.
No, wait.
That's
Now you're implying I should not worry about losing to the Nationals.
If you are DeMarco, then you need to turn off
A
baseball.
little bit. I could have a little bit of like, this is alarming. None. Just forget about it.
Forget about it.
Completely forget about a regular season loss.
Yes.
No. I won't do it.
Go ahead.
I won't
Go
do
ahead.
It. No. So about Luka and getting into it with the fans, and I was thinking about people yelling stuff at me, and saw stuff happen where Lincoln Kennedy, good friend of mine, and he got caught on camera once. They were throwing snowballs, and this guy threw a snowball, hit Lincoln Kennedy in the back of the head, and Lincoln got mad, spun around, went up into the stands. And the guy in the stands went from tough guy to, oh my God, there's a giant in front of me in like 2 seconds.
I bet he did.
Marcus Peters did the same thing. Remember?
Sure.
In the Coliseum. The guy was chirping. You hit his button. He spun around and came up there, and the guy got quiet. Not advocating going after fans. What Westbrook does, I think, is wrong. You should never come back after fans. They're paying customers. You have to be professional. You have to block all that stuff out. But every now and then, it does get into your kitchen. You hear everything. I have ears. I mean, I can block it out. It doesn't affect me, or I can compartmentalize that. I'll feel that pain after the game, or I'll get you back in my post-game press conference, one or the other.
Yep.
But you should not let that affect you in the moment. I don't think that was the case. But then it got me thinking about the most dastardly thing I've ever seen a player do to a fan. Now, we got this guy. I have to change the names because I can get sued over this. So we got this guy from a small market town. We are a small market town, so basically he just switched.
Okay.
So he's very quiet, very stoic, but great. So when stuff comes in off the sideline, personal stuff, he hears it, but he does not react to it. So one time, somebody hit a hot button issue. Okay. And you know there's always rumors about players, like Cordell Stewart in Pittsburgh. There were rumors, unsubstantiated. You go public, you can get sued. There were rumors about Aikman. There were rumors about Steve Young. There were rumors about Montana, Marino, and Elway when they all missed time at the same time, that they were all heading down to Florida too much, if you get my drift. It was all just rumors. So whatever the rumor was, he hit our guy with that. And the guy turned and looked up into the stands. Didn't say a word. He just stared at him. And you would think that he's trying to intimidate the guy. That's what I thought. He's not. So I'm asking, what are you doing? Leave them alone. Get back in the game. He goes, I'm fine. He just keeps staring at the guy. So the guy, I'm getting to you. He's getting louder. He's getting people in the crowd to be louder. They're going back and forth. He's just staring. So it turns out what he was actually doing was remembering him, getting familiar with him, studying him, so that if he sees him again, he's going to know it's that guy. So you would think violence, right? It's not. What he wound up doing was buying the guy's company.
That's amazing.
He got his agent, too. His agent's very powerful, a lot of money. Bought the guy's company, then fired him, and then sold the company right back to someone else. Lost a few dollars.
That's three-dimensional chess,
but it was a long way.
Yeah.
But the stuff he shouted out, you should not shout out.
Yeah.
You should not do that. That's not fair, and the player can't do anything about it. But that was awesome, and it took him like 3 years to do it.
That's
3 years
amazing.
to do it. Yeah, finally got the guy.
How did he know he was a business owner? Or did he just figure out who he was and then say, okay, I can mess with a guy like this?
His agent is his agent, but his agent is also his best friend. So he knows this guy's staring. So as he's staring, he's also telling him, find out who that is.
Got it.
Just like if he sees girl, find out who that is. So same thing with guy. I'm staring, find out who that is.
Got it.
Right.
Got it.
So
he found out where he works.
Everything about the guy, where he worked, who he worked
crazy.
for. Went golfing with the guy's boss, had no idea, none. Bought the company, fired the guy. I thought that was awesome.
That's terrific.
Right, and let him know at the very end as he's cleaning up his desk, it was me. Remember that stuff you taught?
Yeah.
Loved it.
That's terrific.
That was awesome.
That's Game of Thrones. In one episode, sorry, spoiler for Game of Thrones, and this woman's about to die by poisoning,
Yeah.
and she killed someone else, and she wants to say, tell Cersei it was for me. It was from me. And it was just like, oh, dang, she did it. And also, didn't Glasnow meet his wife? In a way of like...
that way? Yeah.
He was looking to the crowd, say...
He sent her a baseball, I want to say, right? With his number on it.
But he was like looking into the crowd on a video thing, and then he is like, get that girl's number to somebody that worked for them, and then got her a ball, and then that's how it kind of started. But it's a similar thing.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, that girl in the crowd, get her number, or hey, that guy, I want to destroy his life.
Now, the funny thing about the girl, I've seen like that happen, so he looks, right? And then you see the guy, the minion, we called him.
The go-between.
Would go into the stands and do this, like, and he...
Yeah.
And just the little sub just over there, and he'd walk down like this aisle.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. On it.
Right.
On it. Look, there's a reason the expression is revenge is a dish best served cold. That's about as cold as I've ever heard.
Cold.
That, like you said, years after the fact.
Yeah.
And he's just sitting there taking it in, thinking, meets the guy, plays golf with the guy, buys the company, sacks
Became
the guy.
friends with his boss. Yeah. I thought it was just rude. You got to block it out, and it was mean-spirited what the guy said. I'm like, that just crossed the line, and you get whatever you deserve after that.
I need to know what was said and who it was, so we need to take a break. Got a little last man standing, and plus, obviously, last night's Laker game, very dramatic, a completely unsatisfying ending considering what happened, but they got to get back at it tonight in what will probably be the most emotional game for this team that they're going to play for quite some time. That's coming up. Stravin DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
ESPN LA is hitting the road. Tune in Monday, April 14th to Sedano and Cap as we broadcast live from SeaWorld San Diego. We'll explore the nation's largest standalone jellyfish exhibit, the all-new Jewels of the Sea, featuring awe-inspiring jellyfish, and set sail on a flavor adventure at the Seven Seas Food Festival. Don't miss the action, the fun, and maybe even a few surprises. Monday, April 14th, 3 to 6 p.m. Live from SeaWorld San Diego. SeaWorld San Diego. Open your world to something amazing.
So Mark Reel from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Hey, it's Mace. Want a new game to get excited about? Check out Chumba Casino, your favorite online social casino. It's free to play, no strings attached. Enjoy social casino games like bingo, slingo, and slots and more with new releases every week, whether you're at home or on the go. Play for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. Get started today at ChumbaCasino.com.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Delaware, Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
The LPGA Tour returns to Los Angeles for the JM Eagle LA Championship, presented by Plastpro, April 17th through the 20th at El Caballero Country Club. Come watch 144 of the world's best female golfers, including standout LPGA superstar Nelly Korda and back-to-back champion Hannah Green. Tickets start at just $25. First responders, military, kids under 18, and those affected by the Eaton and Palisades fires get in free. Get your tickets today at jmeaglelachampionship.com.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
You want to make friends? You buy around for the bar.
Yeah.
Luka did that with parking. I thought that was fantastic.
Terrific.
Yes.
The Travis and DeMarco Show rolls on.
On LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
Look at me now. Oh. I'm getting paper.
What are you guys all wearing tomorrow? You all gonna wear puffer jackets after my inspiration from earlier today?
I got more button-down shirts, so
I like your pink one. I'm not kidding. I do.
Yeah,
I could.
thank you.
Could I pull that off? I think I could.
Yeah, I think you can. Yeah,
I think I can.
It's the time of year to do that.
Yeah.
Easter's coming up in a few weeks.
Yeah. I'm entering a button-up, short-sleeve shirt phase of my life. I'm gonna have the whole entire rainbow hanging in my closet now that I can see it.
Aren't we seasonally on point? Aren't we supposed to be wearing shirt sleeves now? It's
I
starting
think
to get warm
so.
outside,
It's
right?
officially spring.
Spring, yes. Okay.
I mean, the Masters are on our TV,
There you
therefore
go.
it is
DeMarco,
springtime.
Par 3 contest
There you
right
go.
there.
Right there? That's
right
you?
there. That's it. See, everybody's out there having a good time.
Par 3, the bane of my existence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's this time of year where the same thing pops up all over my FYP. It's the Masters dinner. What would you pair? How would you do it? There's that. And then there's also the concession stand that has the same price for the entirety of its existence, that you can buy everything for $77. You can bank on Front Office Sports and like Bro Bible, like posting the same thing
Yep.
every year.
It's pretty typical. Right now, they're doing the shot. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah.
There's golfers with their wives and children on the golf course in the little jumpers. It's very cute. It's adorable. I would just suggest that nobody take a real deep dive on that tournament.
You try not to win that?
Yeah. It's
try not to win
It's
it.
superstition.
Okay.
Because everybody that has ever won it has never won the tournament the same year. So if you're trying to
Okay.
win the big tournament, you don't want to.
So if I'm ahead, I'm praying for you to make me lose?
No, you can make yourself lose in golf.
Oh, but if I'm ahead, if I'm that guy, I'm going to win this thing.
I'm going to chunk one in the water. I'm going to 5-putt from 3 feet.
But what if I'm already in and the next guy's up and I'm ahead?
That's
what I mean. I'm hoping somebody please beat me.
Maybe the gods would be a little more forgiving in such a situation.
How much do they win for winning the par 3?
I don't think you win any money.
Oh, well then why would you win?
Yeah. Well, you don't. They don't want to. That's the whole
Because
point.
you never win the Masters after that.
People have won the par 3 and the Masters, just not in the same year.
Oh, not in the same year.
Not in the same
Okay.
year. Yeah. Not in the same
I'd be
year.
trying
I think
to
you
break
get
that.
like a trophy.
That's like President's Don't touch the President's Trophy.
Right,
in hockey.
same
Yeah.
exact kind of thing. There was a year or two ago where Tony Finau was, I think he made an ace, right? I like hits
In
the
the
ball
par
in the hole.
three?
Yeah.
Oh.
And they put the holes where the low part is, so the ball kind of collects there. You get a disproportionate amount of aces in this because it's whatever.
It's for fun. Yeah.
And he's excited, and he kind of jumps up in the air, and he lands, and he dislocates his ankle.
Oh my God!
And he literally pops it back in place in the middle and starts limping down, and he was screwed up.
Oh my God! Why would you
Yeah.
do that? I would steer clear. Do you have to play?
No.
Oh, you don't have to play. I'd
and
steer
not
clear of that
everybody
thing.
does. I bet half the field plays.
Okay, I'd steer clear of that.
Yeah. Tiger never really participated in any meaningful way. Not a lot of.
Are you good in par 3s?
I'm okay. Yeah.
I hate par 3s.
I'm fine. Why?
I
You want to hit the ball a mile.
Par 4, par 5, that's me.
Yeah.
Par 3s suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just right into the meat of it. That's like starting a class at midterms. Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean.
You know what
you
I
have
mean?
to hit an iron shot at
Right,
the beginning.
yeah.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay. Well, we can move that par 3 back. You can play a long par 3, get a 3-wood, you get a hybrid.
Another thing I can't stand, 3-wood. Hate that.
Are you doing a Masters party this weekend, Travis? Or are you having going to someone else's?
I have not been invited to any Masters parties, so if somebody wants to invite me, go ahead and I'll see if it's something that maybe strikes my fancy. I'm not throwing any Masters parties. I'm in a couple of Masters pools. Beto has a Masters pool
I
that I'm
saw
in.
that, yeah.
And then me and my buddies, we did a little Masters draft last night.
Do you have? Do they have? I guess they do have masters parties.
Oh yeah.
What do you do at a
show
masters
up.
party?
Well, in this, you'd probably show up in some golf attire, right? You
someone's house.
Sure. And I'm not saying cleats, but you'd wear a golf shirt, you'd wear a hat, you'd wear the belt, right? And
I would walk in click-clacking, though.
Have you ever been to a Kentucky Derby party?
No.
Okay, so it's the same kind of idea where you put
You don't
on
wear a
like,
hat, do you?
I don't wear a hat,
Oh.
but like I wore a bow tie and a seersucker shirt. And the
To
whole thing.
somebody's. Okay,
Yeah,
fair enough. You get into the
you-
spirit of.
You drink mint juleps. You
Okay.
drink bourbon.
You cosplay being there.
right.
Yeah. Okay. Same
And
with
so
the
you have
masters.
pimento cheese sandwiches probably. You probably have something else that's
Pimento cheese,
Yeah.
peach pie,
Yeah.
For the Derby or for the Masters?
Masters.
The Masters.
Pimento
cheese.
Pimento.
Have you never had a pimento cheese sandwich?
No.
I
Is
would
that
be
the one with the olives in it?
No.
Or the pimentos in it?
I would be very surprised if you didn't like a pimento cheese sandwich.
Is that the little thing
It's
with the little red thing?
It's the red thing
Nah.
in the olive. It's not. It's just a few of those, but it is, DeMarco.
Yeah.
It's cheese whipped together with a few of those pimentos.
It's a southern
Never
thing.
tried it. Okay. Never tried
It's
it.
the Masters thing.
I would be very surprised if you didn't like it.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I'll try it. I've never tried it.
It's a cheese sandwich.
That's an automatic skip. If I'm going by it, that's
a
a no.
cheese sandwich. I
Okay.
think you would
Chick-fil-A
like
has a pimento cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
On the
That's
menu.
right. My kids tried that. They loved it. I haven't had a bite. Okay, I'll try it. Have you tried it, Hori? Pimento?
Never
See?
existed.
Me
I
and
didn't
you
know it
together.
existed.
We'll
Yeah.
try pimento. We'll see how it goes.
You're focusing on the wrong thing. It's called pimento cheese. It's a cheese sandwich that has a pimento or two in the whole pot of things.
It's in the name. How am I focusing on the wrong?
You're not. I'm saying that because you have never had it,
right?
You don't know what it is.
I'll try it.
It's improperly named.
No,
what
I'll
it
try
should
it.
be named is a cheese sandwich, and we threw a pimento in.
Okay,
there.
Featuring
I'll try it.
pimento.
Featuring pimento. I've
Yeah.
never tried it. I'm willing to try. I
Yes.
didn't know it was a Masters thing.
Yeah, the prices at the Masters are actually incredibly reasonable. It's just impossible to get in.
You said $77?
You can order everything on the Masters concession menu for $77. It's like what?
Literally everything.
$1.25, $2.25.
A
like-
sandwich is $3. A beer is $5.
It hasn't
it's
changed
things
since
like that.
You can
70s.
order everything on the menu
And it would
for
total
$77.
$77.
Oh, they keep the prices low.
Yeah.
I'm
Where
like,
if
I
you-
thought you meant a burger cost $77.
No, if you went to Dodger Stadium and ordered everything, you'd have to sell your kidneys.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
it-
everything I could buy everything here for $77.
There you go.
Okay,
But
I
it's
got you.
almost impossible to get to the Masters. You have to be invited, correct? You can't really buy a ticket.
You can apply to go into the lottery to get a badge, but if you really want to go, you got to go into the secondary market and get ready to auction.
So you
your
can go.
kidneys.
I got a friend that goes every year.
That is a very lucky friend. That's a very.
But I think he
difficult ticket.
works it all year to get to the Masters. Like he's working that contact every. Okay,
Yeah, they're hard to get.
That's what it seems like. Yeah.
I've had some friends that have gone. I've had some friends that have played in the tournament, and I occasionally I wanted to take my dad to the Masters, and
Yeah.
I had some friends that were playing in the Masters, and I would say, "Hey guys, is there?" And they're like, "Dude, I will help you to go to any tournament." Anywhere except for this one. I cannot
Can't
make it
get in there?
I cannot make it happen here.
Okay.
You want to go to the U.S. Open? I got you covered. You want to go? You name it.
It's that
I got
exclusive.
you. I can't help you here.
Dude, he goes every year and he doesn't golf.
Yeah, it's a party.
That's all it is.
Like,
and it's about.
have
I
you ever
think
been
it's
to the-
about betting with him.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
I didn't know that was huge there either.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Have
yeah.
you ever been to the Kentucky Derby?
No.
Okay, neither have I, and I have this much interest in horse racing.
Yes.
Don't care at all. I would love to go to
Just
the
for the
Kentucky
party?
Derby.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'd wear the suit or the hat, and I'd drink the bourbon, and I'd eat the Kentucky
it
hot
would be
brown
fun.
sandwich. and-
Yeah. Just shy of a bucket list thing. If I was invited, I'd go.
Daytona 500.
Been there.
Oh, really?
Been there. Been to the Indy.
Okay.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Car races, that stuff, motorsports, I'm all in. Horse
Yeah.
racing, and you got to like the party is the thing. That's not really for me.
Okay.
But if,
I mean, the horse racing
Yeah.
it takes 2 minutes.
Right.
It's like
Yeah, but there's like 8 races.
there
that
are
day.
races beforehand, but the big one takes 2 minutes. It's more about the.
Emily, how dare you? It's the most exciting 2 minutes in sports.
Oh,
That's what they call it.
I love horse racing.
Yeah.
And now I have a contact in Kentucky.
There you go.
My sister's there.
Oh, that's right. She matched it.
it's the Met Gala with horse racing. That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More
but a
southern and way more
but
debaucherous.
a very specific type of dress.
Right, but it's look at me, look at me, look at me.
Big hats for the ladies.
Yes.
Seersucker suits for the men.
And get hammered.
And get hammered.
Right.
And do you like a Kentucky hot brown? Have you ever had
What's
that?
a Kentucky hot brown?
It's a sandwich that's got turkey. Is it Swiss cheese? And
I think so.
I
yeah.
think so. And it's baked in in a pan.
Let me see what this looks like.
And
A
it
turkey
gets
hot brown?
A Kentucky hot
Kentucky
brown.
hot brown.
Yeah.
Let me see what this
and
looks
it's
like.
covered in butter, and it gets all wonderful.
That sounds like something you can catch.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Well, maybe it's that too.
Oh, that looks good.
Right?
Oh, with the bacon there?
Yeah, bacon. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, yeah. Okay.
See,
okay.
9 or 10 of those and 9 or 10 mint juleps with a goofy hat. Who says no?
You slide this in front of me, I would change my ways. Right here.
Google pimento cheese and see what you get.
Let me see what I look at. Pimento cheese. Let me see.
Yeah.
Pimento cheese sandwich?
Yeah. Let's see.
Sand. Yeah.
I bet it's
there we
$5
go.
at Augusta National.
Masters pimento cheese recipe. Okay.
There you go. Do you like
That's
egg,
it?
Do you like egg salad?
I love egg salad.
Then you would love this.
This is egg salad?
No.
It looks
but
like
it
egg
is
salad.
The consistency of egg salad. It is the texture of egg salad. It's just instead of eggs, it's cheese.
Okay, you know what I like about egg salad? It's egg.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But you're not repulsed by the do you like cheese?
No, not the texture of it,
Right,
no.
'cause some people think egg salad's gross because it makes the noise when you spoon it.
It tastes so good.
It is
Yeah,
good.
it's so
It's
good.
got eggs in it, like you said.
This I could eat this.
know you could.
I might be able to eat this. Corey, I think we're good here.
No, I'll stick with my tortas. I'm okay. Once he said egg salad and that, I'm cool.
I get if your objection is textural. Like
Yeah.
egg salad's texture is pretty
Mine
nasty.
is
I will tell you
Yeah.
about everything we've talked about is a lot of white people ish. This is all a lot of white people. Why Travis and I are the ones that
Can I
knew
just-
about this stuff.
Look, I don't want to take this show in a direction. We're talking about the Masters.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah, I'm not gonna eat something that
the menu,
Masters pimento cheese.
The menu at the Masters is for white people.
Bro,
is not a huge.
we
thing.
are
I
very
feel bad
aware.
about saying
Yeah.
the name.
It's
Masters
not-
pimento cheese.
So one of the
Blank you.
when I first started working here with Kelvin Washington.
Yeah.
And K-Dub, it was this time of year, and the Masters is coming on, and I'm like, man, I love the Masters. It's such a great tournament. It's so beautiful. The flowers, the grass, the golfers. And he's looking at me. And Kelvin's the nicest guy
He's
in the
cool
world.
as a fan. Yes, sir.
Kelvin is a really chill guy.
Yes.
He's a good dude. And he was looking at me like, dude, stop. And I'm like, what? And he goes, the Masters?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I love the Masters. And he said it again. And I'm like, what? And he said it again. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's not good. It never.
Oh, it never occurred to you? Okay.
And now it's the only thing that occurs to
I
me.
think Tiger, before
Yeah.
I used to despise the Masters. He at least took it to tolerable, and I kind of care about it.
I'm not trying to talk you out.
Right.
I understand your objection.
I will eat a pimento cheese sandwich. I'm not eating Masters pimento cheese sandwich. Could be the same thing.
Get it from Chick-fil-A.
Just call it something else. Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
Get a
So
torta.
maybe not.
You know what's good on a pimento cheese sandwich? Jalapeno jelly.
Really?
Just throwing that out there.
Jalapeno. Really?
Yeah.
How do you come up with this stuff?
Look, cheese and jalapenos go together, and you put
Wow.
those two things together. It's a pretty
Jalapeno
it's a pretty
jelly.
good deal.
Wow.
Let's try a quick phone call here. Let's go to Encino and Walrus. Walrus, you're on with Travis DeMarco. What's up?
Hey, good morning, Travis. Good morning, DeMarco. Good morning, Emily. And good morning to Jorge. What's up, fool?
What's up, fool? Buenos dias.
Hey, man. Buenos dias. So, Travis, I think you were speaking for all parents out there. Yes, there is a breaking point, and Luka strolls right up to it every game, pun intended. I don't want to infantilize the guy, but, I mean, he's lucky he doesn't get ejected more. Just stop whining. Terrible call by the ref. There's no doubt about that. But come on, man, just shut your trap. And the last thing I'll say is I would suggest to Luka that he reads a book like Phil used to hand out called The Book of Five Rings by the legendary samurai Miyamoto Musashi. And the quote is, anger. Control your anger. If you hold anger toward others, they have control over you. Your opponent can dominate and defeat you if you allow him to get you irritated. And that's what happened last night. He has a responsibility to this team. He needs to be a big boy, put on his big boy pants, and just not respond. I mean, really, like, especially after the first tech, like you all have been talking about, like we're all talking about out here. So he better be on his best behavior tonight because we need to get this win, not just for him and his emotions, but for us, okay, to get that 3.
They need to win the
So
game.
anyways, y'all have a great day.
Thank you.
Thanks, Walrus.
Guaranteed Lucas pants are big boy.
Yeah. Well done.
Sorry.
I got nothing for that. We're going to come back. We'll talk about the Dallas game tonight. We've already seen the giveaway that they're going to have in Dallas. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. Plus, you got your last man standing. It's all coming up. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Next Gen, my friends at Next Gen, they are the official air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and electrical team of SoCal sports fans. And right now, they are offering you an $88 system tune-up talking about your AC system, talking about your furnace system, everything getting you ready to go through not just the summer season, but everything that's coming after it, right? You're going hot, cold, nonstop this time of year. So whether it's keeping your current system in top shape or with just a quick little tune-up, or you need to replace the entire thing, NextGen is here to help keep your home safe and comfortable. For a limited time, they're offering our listeners, ESPN LA listeners, a heating and AC tune-up, just $88. Their technicians will make sure your system is running safe and smooth so you can enjoy total home comfort all season long. And if it can't be tuned up, if it's just time to replace the whole thing, they can help with that as well. They offer professional full-service replacements with the latest energy-efficient models to help you save money and keep your home at the temperature that feels just right for you. We're talking lifetime warranties, financing options, 5-star service, all at NextGen. And they'll come out any day. 7-day availability. Don't wait. Call them right now. 833-3NEXTGen to schedule your $88 tune-up today. That's 833-3NEXGEN.
Two of the biggest titans in all of CONCACAF, Los Angeles Football Club, Inter Miami CF, battle it out for one spot in the CONCACAF Champions Cup semifinal.
Shot from 22 and in! Ordaz has scored! It's a golazo!
Last week, leg one was a thrill at BMO Stadium. Leg two in Miami will not disappoint. LAFC versus Inter Miami.
What's it going to take them out over there in leg two? Teamwork makes the dream work.
Pre-game starts today at 4:30 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
Cappy here to tell you about my great friends at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. I'm a huge fan for so many reasons. The safety, technology, versatility, reliability, and they're all about the Subaru Love Promise. The cars are spacious and sporty. You got to go see my boy Omar and his team at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. They're focused on your needs, and they're the most knowledgeable people when it comes to getting you into the right Subaru. Ocean Subaru, 1100 South Euclid in Fullerton, just off the 91 freeway. Go to OceanSubaruOC.com. That's OceanSubaruOC.com. Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, where every journey starts with love.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Los Angeles International Airport's People Mover trains begin rolling early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investment to transform and improve your travel journey. The People Mover train will quickly move guests between all terminals, the new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, economy parking, and a kiss and fly lot. The trains will make it simple and fast to get to your LAX destination in 10 minutes or less. And trains depart every 2 minutes, beginning in early 2026. Learn more on this website, lawa.org/ESPN.
Wildfires don't just destroy homes, they turn lives upside down. When the Eaton fire swept through, families were left scared and overwhelmed and unsure where to turn. You're about to hear something from someone who lived through it, one of Jacob's clients, one fighting for justice against Southern California Edison.
When I got the call, there was a fast-moving fire. I was like, no, this is not happening. And I tried to get out the car to get into the house. When I came out, flipped down the stairs, and I sat outside till almost 4 in the morning. I drove to the market, and I slept in my car. And when I went back, it looked like someone had dropped a nuclear bomb out today, and I couldn't recognize the streets.
If the Eaton fire left you and your family with nothing, Jacob and Ronnie is ready to fight for you. He's already filed lawsuits against Southern California Edison for their responsibility for the fire, and his team is helping families recover every dollar they deserve. Call 844-24-JACOB or visit calljacob.com. Together, we are LA Strong.
Call Jacob. ESPN LA is hitting the road. Tune in Monday, April 14th to Sedano and Cap as we broadcast live from SeaWorld San Diego. We'll explore the nation's largest standalone jellyfish exhibit, the all-new Jewels of the Sea, featuring awe-inspiring jellyfish, and set sail on a flavor adventure at the Seven Seas Food Festival. Don't miss the action, the fun, and maybe even a few surprises. Monday, April 14th, 3 to 6 p.m. Live from SeaWorld San Diego. SeaWorld San Diego. Open your world to something amazing.
The sports calendar is heating up, and with ESPN Bet Sportsbook, you can go from checking news and stats to placing bets in just a couple of taps. Stream games, bet live, and get exclusive offers when you link your ESPN account. Right now, you can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code JOEQ to get started today. That's JOEQ, JOEQ. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for basketball and hockey this season. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every one-timer and buzzer-beating 3 live and in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Don't miss out. Visit vividseats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
But
I think there's a but. I think there's a but, but not a big but. It's a little narrow but.
The Travis and DeMarco Show rolls on.
On LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
DeMarco and I just broke down the world according to tuna sandwiches.
Yes.
Terrific.
I hope everyone loves tuna sandwiches. How do you not like a tuna fish sandwich? Thank you.
Well, that's your song from the Rams season.
I know. This is what I played every break that I didn't know until the last break of the game. Do you toast your bread, Em?
Yeah.
Every time?
I mean, if I'm like in a rush and I already have ready-made tuna, I might just put it on a non-toasted
if you
bread.
have a perfectly fresh loaf of bread, do you toast that bread or not? You have all the time in the world.
Yeah, I tend to make I tend to make a tuna melt.
Okay.
If I have the opportunity and the time, I make a tuna melt.
Jorge, you a tuna guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Toasting that bread? What if it's perfectly fresh?
If it's perfectly fresh, I'll eat it like that. But I like a slight toast on my bread, yeah.
I think I'm on my island here on my non-toasted tuna sandwiches.
Look, it's all tuna. It just depends on the bread. You got me with the mayo.
Yeah.
Usually when I toast and when I do the tuna melt and I do it on a pan, I use butter.
Butter?
And
little thin layer of mayo will do that perfect.
He just changed my life.
Like the Superbird. That's the same way.
Superbird
is butter on the
Denny's?
outside and then mayo on the inside.
Yeah.
And then they grill it.
No, he grills
It's all fat.
the mayo.
Yeah. Of course, you can do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying that tonight.
Crispy.
Trying that tonight. Can I do the last man standing now?
Do it.
There we go.
Here
we go.
I don't even know the song until I hear it. Bump, bump. That's this week in
There we
baseball.
go. All right. Since we were talking about Luka getting run, thrown out, ejected, suspended from play, kicked out, what else can we say about getting thrown out? The bums
Booted.
rush.
Bums rush. Bums rush
The bums
is a good
rush.
one.
Getting the bums rush.
That is awful.
John's killing me on that one.
So good.
I can't wait. Is he in today?
I don't think so.
No, he's
They
not.
played in Dallas today.
Okay, because I want to know, like, how does an all-star get ejected?
You didn't think he was talking to the
by
fan.
warning about every call for 7 years. That's
Okay,
how.
that makes
In
sense.
his mind, it's got to be mega serious in order to kick someone out of a game because you're putting it in the hands of the official who shouldn't have it in his hands.
I just want him to
And
qualify.
And it's
Yeah.
not a ridiculous opinion.
No.
It's John is of the opinion. I feel comfortable speaking for him on this because we've talked about it. Short of laying hands on an official, guys don't get kicked
So
out.
words being
There's
demonstrative.
his thing would be there's almost nothing you could say to an official that would warrant an ejection.
For star players.
Yes.
So,
for players.
well, he said star players.
Yes,
that's
he said
what I
that
mean.
there, but he is anti-ejection
Okay,
for
I'm with him.
language.
It's fun. Okay, so I started talking about ejections, thinking about ejections, and who has the most in NBA history.
Yeah.
So that is the last man standing.
Okay.
So I need you guys to get your thinking caps on, think about all of the bad boys of basketball you know, and let's figure out if you can figure out the top 10 guys that lead the NBA or led the NBA in ejections over a career. So we'll go Travis, Jorge, Emily. We'll go right down the line as a drummer. We'll go
Me
this
first?
way. You first. Go ahead.
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman is on the list. He has 12 ejections all time. He is on the list. Jorge.
Isaiah Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas
good one.
is not on the
Oh,
list. It's not in the top 10.
I guess it's not that good. I guess.
You looked at me like,
It's not.
I mean, I probably am not going to go very far. This Draymond Green.
Draymond Green is he's second all time in ejections with 22. So let's say this starts at 84 and it goes to current day.
Okay.
So that should help you.
So we've got, you said Draymond M.
Uh-huh.
I said, okay. I was wanting to save this guy, but I'm just going to use him right now. Rasheed Wallace.
He's the leader in the clubhouse with 29 total ejections.
No,
for
Rasheed
Kareem.
Wallace was like, it was a game to
Yes.
see how often he could get
But
kicked out.
same thing
Yeah.
with Luka. It's like, dude, they are looking to run you.
Yeah.
Stop talking. Obviously, he couldn't. But go ahead.
My knowledge of the NBA pretty much stops like 2015.
Think bad
so I don't know. So I'm just going to go Meta World Peace.
Meta
He's
World
on
Peace is not on the
the
top
Travis
10.
wins.
He was them. He was literally my next guess, and you picked
Not in
someone
the
else.
top 10. Okay, Rasheed Wallace, number 1 with 29. Draymond Green, second with 22. Dwight Howard, has 17.
Okay.
84. Charles Barkley has 16, tied with Anthony Mason.
Oh, I was going to pick Oakley. Is Oakley on the list?
Oakley is not on the list.
Okay.
DeMarcus Cousins is on the list.
Boogie.
Shaquille O'Neal is tied with Boogie Cousins with 14.
Okay.
Then Matt Barnes with 13.
Oh, it's a good one.
Kenyon Martin.
Okay,
Reggie
I would've never
Miller,
gotten that.
that's what got me thinking about it.
Yeah.
And Dennis Rodman all tied with 12. Round out the
Okay.
top 10. Crazy.
That's a good one.
That's funny, right?
I knew Rashid. I didn't know he was number one, but I'm not surprised that he's number one.
I wouldn't be surprised. How old is Luka?
26, I believe.
By the time he's done, he's going to be on this list. Guaranteed. Guaranteed he's going to be on this list. He's not going to change.
No, he's not.
Yes.
I think you're 100% right about that. So he goes into Dallas tonight. First time he's gone back to Dallas since the trade earlier this season. The Nuggets. The Mavericks are giving away a T-shirt tonight that says, "Thank you for everything" in his native Slovenian.
Oh, nice.
I'm not going to even attempt to pronounce what that is. I don't know.
Please try. Just try one.
Hvala Zavese.
That's not bad.
Okay.
I don't know what you said, but that's not bad.
I apparently said thank you for everything
That's
in
thank you
Slovenian.
for everything. That's awesome.
It is. I would expect the reception for him to be exceptionally warm by the fans because he didn't force his way out. He didn't ask to be traded. He didn't demand more money. He didn't do anything other than wake up one morning and get traded.
Right.
That this was not him forcing his way out of town. So I expect the fan reaction to be exceptionally positive. But how he responds to being in that environment, I think, is fascinating coming in tonight. He could be super emotional. He could be a little edgy. He could be, because of what happened last night, maybe he's slightly off of his game for whatever reason. He's trying to be a little more cautious or whatever. But I can't wait to see how he responds to the love that he's going to get from Dallas.
No, I think the proper thing to do if you're Luka is go out there and play your best game, drop 50 on them.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Make them miss
Show 'em
you
what they're
even more.
missing, yeah.
Absolutely. It's not your fault you're not there. But I do wonder how last night's ejection might change that some for the fans.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Do you try to get him off his rocker? Do you go ahead and lob a few out there and see what happens? Try to engage with him in some way? Just to see maybe?
I think that the people that are going to be at this game tonight, and I'm basing this entirely on the reaction of the vast majority of fans that I saw after the trade went down. They're still angry with the Mavericks. They're not angry at Luka at all. I think they would rather see Luka kill the Mavericks than watch the Mavericks kill him.
I think you're right about that.
Yeah, I think they want that. See, you never should have done that. Look at that. That guy, to your point, he gets 45 points tonight. That what I told you were an idiot to Nico Harrison or to the Maverick management or whatever. I don't think they're looking to we're still okay. We're the I think they're Luka fans first,
Me too.
Maverick fans second, at least for the time being.
I hope. And look, I could care less what he does or why he does it. I just hope he plays well because you need the win. You got to get 2 more to keep the 3. And I thought, Emily, great point. Say your point you brought up.
In the break to you guys?
Yes.
But I think tonight is going to be as big of a deal for Luka as it is Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis got cast aside. He got put into a trade, obviously, for one of the best players in the league, so maybe as a compliment a little bit, but he didn't get a chance to play in the game in LA when this teams faced off earlier this season. So this is a game in which AD might want to the Lakers organization, say, why did you trade me?
Now, I'm trying to get thrown out. I'm dunking on everybody and talking trash and blocking shots. And if you hit the deck, I'm staring at you. Because
We're talking about Anthony Davis?
Anthony Davis. I am mad at you. I'm mad at the Lakers.
But you've seen those games where Anthony Davis does play so hard.
He's a terrific player.
Yes.
He's a terrific player, but he's trying to, in this scenario, he's trying to show the Lakers they made a mistake. That's what we're...
Or ownership or Rob Pelinka or whoever pulled the trigger on me not being in L.A.
Okay. No,
because I don't want to be in Dallas. I wanted to be in Los Angeles. So I'm dunking on everyone.
The scenario that you're both painting, the picture that you're painting, is certainly possible. Anthony Davis is a terrific player, and he could go out there and he could have 50 points and win the game by himself. He's that good of a player. I think the Lakers will be like, yeah, okay, cool, we got Houston coming up.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think there's any, I think it's just we would do that 100 times out of 100. Good game, AD. Peace.
Yeah.
Enjoy your time in Dallas, but we're moving on and we're going to the playoffs.
I would watch
and we got
you
Luka.
baseball bat my car from the driveway. Yep, you're right. I did choose her over you,
Yeah.
so go ahead. We're good.
Yeah.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Let's buy a new car. Right. I'm not engaging. Yeah, we're good.
He's terrific.
Yeah.
He could win the game.
Yeah.
And Laker fans are like, yeah, we're good.
We're still good. Yeah, but
We're
if
good.
I'm him, there'd be some get back in there.
Yeah, I get that.
For Luka, it's like, let's just put on a show. This used to be my house, and let me show you what I used to do.
I wouldn't be surprised if AD dunks all over Jackson Hayes.
Oh,
does
he's
a little
getting it.
move. I, for AD, want him to have this moment because I feel like he's been a punching bag on the Lakers for a long time. He didn't
Fair.
live up to expectations potentially that we Lakers organization has put onto him, and he's played very
He's been
well.
put
I
upon.
want him to play well tonight.
So I agree.
He's been put upon.
He has been put upon. There's still the very real possibility that he was very happy with what went down.
AD?
Yes. That I'm not saying that he was
Got out
dying to
from
get
under?
out, but
Yeah.
this is one of those. Yeah, okay, that doesn't sound so bad either.
Yeah, and
Like,
play the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
But inside, I'm happy.
Because think about how shocked we all were. He very quickly, I forget what the number was. Was it $5 million? Like he had to waive a $5 million kicker to make this thing happen. And it happened like that.
Yeah.
So clearly he wasn't.
It was a $6 million trade kicker.
$6 million kicker. Okay. I don't know, Anthony Davis probably has, I don't know what it is, $300 million in the bank. I know he's a very rich man, but $6 million, $6 million.
Well,
and to just eat it like that as quickly as he did. And there was always just, not that he and LeBron were a conflict. It's not that, but there was just this thing about like, how long is he going to be here? You know, like
Right.
we talk so much about LeBron, but it's all age driven.
How long is LeBron going to be here?
No, Davis.
Oh, AD. Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know. It just did not feel like he was horrified to get shipped out. It was more like, whoa, all right.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't the end. Sometimes something happens, you're like, wow, but this actually isn't that bad for me either.
If I were LeBron, I'd stay your butt out of the paint for this one. Because if I'm him, I'm looking for you to dunk on. Yes.
If DeMarco Farr were in the paint, yes.
Right.
Anthony Davis isn't wired like DeMarco Farr.
I'm just saying, like if like you said, if it's true, and I couldn't wait to get out from under, now I'm on a different team, and this is the real me coming out, I'd be looking to dunk
real
on
me
you.
is what we were waiting for a long time around here.
Maybe he couldn't.
Maybe he could.
Because LeBron was here. Who knows?
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fact Gap's coming up next. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. I've been put upon to tell you about Rotolo Chevrolet. To make sure that you know that Rotolo Chevrolet is what Dealer of the Year 13 years in a row. Because here's what they put upon you. Ultimate customer service of making sure that you know every single part of the sales process. From the moment you walk on the lot at Rotolo Chevrolet to the moment you drive away in that brand new Silverado or whatever Chevy car truck that you've had your eye on, you're going to know what's up. You're going to know every part of the sales process. Transparent, courteous, friendly, and upfront. It's not always the way it goes when you're looking for that new car or truck, but it is the way it goes at Rotolo Chevrolet because Mike Capozio insists on it. His entire team executes it every single day. So go see for yourself what all the fun's about at Rotolo Chevrolet. Go see why I've purchased cars from Rotolo Chevrolet. Go see why I've been driving Silverados from Rotolo Chevrolet for years now because they just nail it over and over and over again. Right off the 210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit, can't miss it. And if you can't get to Fontana, go online, RotoloChevy.com, ROTOLO, RotoloChevy.com, and tell them that Travis sent you.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland. Next at noon after Travis and DeMarco.
Some people hate me. Some people hate Ireland. Some people. It's
Go to
what makes the
YouTube.
world go
They
round.
hate me.
But I think
They
most
do
people
hate
hate me, don't they?
Nobody hates you.
Nobody
People
hates
love
me.
you.
Why
They
is
hate
that?
all
you
of
are
us
the
except
least
you.
hated person at this station.
Why?
No,
I'm
no.
an obnoxious dummy. Why is it
But
that I
because
can't
they love that you're an obnoxious dummy.
Oh, okay.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Mace. Looking for some fun? Dive into Chumba Casino, your ultimate destination for free, fun-to-play social casino games. Play slots, bingo, and more whenever and wherever you want. With new games dropping every week, there's always something fresh. Lounge on the sofa or play on the go. Play now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Delaware, Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
So Mark Real from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
really the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers' Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Ready for a delicious escape? The new Islands Restaurant's $10 protein bowls are your ticket. Packed with over 40 grams of protein and stacked with fresh ingredients. They're only here for a limited time, so come in and enjoy one today. They're big on protein, rich on flavor. Visit islandsrestaurants.com.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, millions of men experience ED, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. At HIMSS, our own board-certified urologist, Dr. Peter Stahl, knows this better than anyone, and he knows that HIMSS can help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, Senior Vice President of Men's Sexual Health at HIMSS. I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS.
Through HIMSS.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs. Options at up to 95% less than the brand names when you get started at hims.com/joy. To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% less than brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Welcome to Factor Cap.
Thanks, Joe. Hi, guys.
Konnichiwa. Aloha. Hody, hody.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jorge, wait, what was the score of yesterday's game?
Cap. 3-0.
Yes. 3-0, actually.
3-0. I don't say nil.
Wait, I'm sorry. Who had 3?
3-0. Arsenal.
Arsenal beat Real Madrid 3-0. That was pretty great. Anyway, so we've been talking about Luka's ejection all night, and that it was Luka trying to talk to a fan on the sidelines instead of talking to the referee. So yes, we've established that. The fan himself was spoken to in an ESPN article. The fan's name is Jeremy Price. Okay, normal name. He is referred to himself as the courtside tattoo dude. Great, amazing. My statement is...
DeMarco's shaking his head.
My statement is... Oh, no, it's actually not even regarding to that, but I think as an adult, if you're giving yourself a nickname, introducing yourself as something else other than your real government name, look at where we are. I'm talking to you, Walrus. If your friend... Got me thinking. You go to a game, you're with someone who's not like your bestie. Your friend's boyfriend, your friend of a friend is in your group of people. You're sitting next to them, though, and they decide to be courtside tattoo dude. They decide to start heckling LeBron James or Luka Doncic and get into that guy's head a little bit, so they keep on doing it more. If that was happening to you, you would say something to, again, this is an acquaintance, so you might know a little bit, but not super well. Travis, you would say something.
It's cap with one exception. If someone's saying something disgusting, then I'm going to say something.
If it's just like, you can't shoot, you're playing terribly.
If it's you can't guard anybody, you know, brick.
Maybe a cuss word here or there, but like not crazy.
If it were, depending on the cuss word and depending on who we're sitting by, I might say something. But if it's just basketball heckling, I'm not saying anything, but I'm also probably moving. Like I'm not with this guy. I do not roll with this, with that. Like, no, man. I'm probably not going to say, if it's just bad basketball heckling, I'm probably moving on.
To Rocco?
So if I'm in the stands and somebody's heckling
you're
players,
with him.
He's in your group.
You and I go to a game together, and
you
I'm
start
yelling
heckling a
stupid
guy?
stuff.
Oh, my
but you
God.
don't know me very well.
I'm saying it's G-Fish. You haven't met G-Fish, DeMarco.
Yeah.
And G-Fish is saying stuff to Luka. You would say something to G-Fish.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Like I hardly know the guy.
Yeah.
And you're saying embarrassing stuff, and you're
Right.
embarrassing us here up here.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Definitely. Fact, I would say something. Yeah, keep your mouth closed. We weren't married then. My fiance at the time, we had Clipper season tickets, so we would go when they played the Lakers, and she would shout at Kobe, and I'm like, he can't hear you. And he doesn't care.
What would she also shout at him? Might hear you.
Anything. We were all in on the Clippers. So,
okay.
Boo, Kobe, you stink. I'm like, he
okay.
can't hear you, and he doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
It
right.
doesn't care at all. Right.
The thing about basketball, though, is that they might hear you. Like, if you're close enough, they
you have
could
good
hear
seats?
you.
Decent seats under
Yeah.
the basket.
Yeah,
but he was on the far end shooting a free throw.
Okay, then
And it was
that's
loud in there. I'm like, I don't think he can hear you, but, stop. Yeah.
Jorge, in this situation, you would say something.
Yeah, I would just that, and then my friend, like, dude, you should have warned me about your friend. You feel me? Like, you should have told me
that's
this
my
guy
first
was like
go-to.
that. Yeah, and then you tell your friend something, or just, you know what, just don't bring me next time if that's gonna be an issue with this guy every time we go to a game. So
Yeah. Let me say the scenario is like my friend's boyfriend, and he's mouthing off in some way. I was like, dude, could you tell him to chill out?
Yeah.
I would tell my friend to tell him, and then if he doesn't, after she says, then that's where all right, I'm gonna say something.
I'll be
to
like,
this
what's
guy.
up with this fool? Like, is
What's
he
up with
always
this
like
dude?
that?
Right.
Maybe embarrass him a little bit.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Like, dude, is your boy okay? Like, what's he doing?
I'm grabbing a beer. Can I? Oh, I'll go with you, and then that's when I'll tell him.
Ghost.
Yeah.
So there is a kind of like an art installation piece mixed with nostalgia piece. There is a payphone that I believe is in Southern California that people can go to, and it's going to be recorded and like say goodbye to somebody. Like you can call in and say goodbye to someone you wish you would have said goodbye to. Say goodbye to someone you want to send this to them now, and then they're saving it for posterity, and like you can play it. And it's kind of this idea of this exploration of grief and loss, but also of love and life, etc. But got me thinking. You remember the last time that you used a payphone?
Oh my God. Cap. The last time I used a payphone. Jeez, I think that might have been international.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when you used to have those calling cards.
Sure.
Remember those? Yeah.
They do have them in Japan still.
Calling cards or
No,
payphones?
payphones.
Oh, man, that might be 2004. 21 years ago. Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
Wow. Travis?
I don't know if this is the last time I used it, but it might be. When I first started working in this business, I got sent to go cover something. And so I drove to where the event was. I don't remember where it was, but I remember driving back from it, and I needed to be on the air to kind of report on what it was I had seen. I stopped. It was at a payphone on the middle of the street in Burbank.
Wow.
And I pulled over, and I had a pocket full of quarters just in case, and again, in retrospect, I didn't, but I remember thinking, I need a lot of change because I'm going to have to stop at the payphone frequently to give updates on this thing. It's the last time I remember being on one because I didn't have a cell phone. Not a lot of people did. But yeah, I remember using a payphone for that.
Crazy. You don't see them a lot anymore. Yeah.
I think it was 2015 at airport. We had missed our flight, and I think one of the cameras was left. It was weird, but the phone, somehow the producer's phone was left in there, and he needed to call someone, and then he's like, I need you to call Mauro, like, the producer, like the executive producer or whatever, just to let him know, like, we're running behind, and I had to call him via, payphone for this guy so I can go catch the other flight. He would stay. It was a weird situation, but I had to use one to call somebody else for him while he figured out what happened with the camera and the flights and all that. So
What year was that?
2014,
2014.
2013. So
That's
I
like
forget
10
what
years
airport.
ago. Wow.
Yeah.
I can't even remember the last time I saw one.
Yeah.
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 I was showing.
Do they even have
daughter.
it in the airport anymore?
I think they do. There's always a bank of phones somewhere.
Okay, I remember there always being that, but can you actually remember seeing one recently?
I in my mind's eye, I see about the baggage claim right in the middle. There's three right there.
And there's always one in between the men's and women's restroom. There's that big bank of phones, but I don't think they're there anymore.
Wow. I showed Grace the old Superman, the black and white one.
Oh, yeah.
And he came out of the phone booth, and she said, "What's that?"
Yeah.
It's the phone booth.
There's
toilet.
Right.
There's a Baskin Robbins by my place that has a
phone booth.
The old one, the red, that red thing. Yeah, but there's no phone in there. It's just
Oh,
the booth.
man.
It's
Come
just
on.
the phone. It's-
Yeah, I've never used one.
You've never used a payphone?
Never once.
Never once used
Yeah.
a payphone. And it was like, I mean, I've had a cell phone for as long as I've been able to be on my own, basically, except for one time I had to, and this is why I've memorized all my family's phone numbers. I went on a Girl Scout trip, and I had to memorize everyone's number to be able to call my parents in case something
I
happened.
still remember my numbers from when I was a kid, like my home number.
Oh, yeah,
and
me
I
too.
remember Susan's phone number when we were in high school.
Okay,
That's
well,
all I remember.
That's smart to remember. Yeah, and those other numbers got drilled into our heads.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there was a punishment if you didn't know
Absolutely.
them. Yes.
Last one for you guys. So on the game I went to last Friday, there I was like sitting in a section, and it's just, it's interesting to me. A teenage boy sat next to me, and during the breaks and often during the game, he was on his phone. He was like scrolling through things, and I couldn't help but like look over like what he's looking at on like TikTok and Instagram Reels. It just interests me to see what people other than me see on their For You pages to see what's being fed to people. But it got me thinking, you can't help but spy a little bit on what other people around you are doing on your phone. Like if they're around you, your eyes are going to look and see what they're doing. You want to know. Jorge, you can't help but see what people are doing on their phone around you. Patrick Cap.
Yeah, especially okay, so at a restaurant, like our rule is we're not on our phones because we want to engage with our kids. Like
be present.
Yeah, exactly. And we talk, we play with them, we color the sheet with them, whatever. And then yes, we tend to look at the person over there, and then Brenda will be like, hey, they're looking at something about the Dodgers, or hey, they're talking about a dish that looks delicious, or something like that. Like we should try something. So yeah, we do peek, we do look at what people are looking, but it's just for, just see what's up.
Travis?
I peek, but not because I'm like trying to be nosy. It's almost like our brains have been rewired to look. Where when I see a screen on, I look at it, even if it's not my own screen. Like if I'm sitting to the scenario you described, to him, if I'm sitting next to somebody at the game and they're flipping through their Instagram Reels, I'll look.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not like trying to be a creep about it. I'm just curious what's going by.
I'm being
You're being creepy?
Oh, yeah, I'm being creepy.
The best is when someone of Travis's age has their phone in like extra large size font, so you can see exactly what they're texting. Because sometimes people should not be texting what they're texting in public. Let's just say that.
I had an accident this morning.
Or can't wait to see you tonight because of XYZ.
Eggplant emoji.
Not that. Very descriptive versions of that. DeMarco, you can't help but look.
Cap, you can help, but I don't care. I'm looking. I am. I'm that Snoop guy. I saw Snow White last night. I went to the movies. I saw Snow White, and there was a kid on his phone, and I was like so into what he was like sending. Like the pictures he was looking at. I wanted to see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he kept holding the phone. Well, he kept holding the phone away from his mom.
Oh, yeah. Well, how old was the kid?
Teenager and a bunch of little kids. The older brother didn't want to be there.
They should have gone to Minecraft in the Minecraft movie.
He probably wanted to go, but he got stuck in that movie, so he kept turning the phone away from his mom. I'm like, well, let me see what he's checking out over there.
You know what he's checking out.
Of course he was. Yes, all right. Snow White.
It's a 14-year-old.
But I will snoop. Yes.
That's how that works.
You don't want me to know? Hide it better.
Yeah. Factor Caps brought to you by the law office of Joseph S. Normand. You got a lot of choices in your legal team, but with Joe, family always comes first. That's a fact. 213-747-2000. That's the law office of Joseph S. Normand. 213-747-2000. Of course, you can go online at normandlegal.com. I got a question for you, DeMarco, about the Rams and the upcoming draft, because one name keeps coming up over and over and over again. That's next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland, today at noon after Travis and DeMarco.
The two things that are always in my house, those cans of green Parmesan cheese.
Yeah.
And Ready Whip.
But the Ready Whip isn't always in the fridge.
Yeah.
You just go and get it and then take it.
Yeah, I have 5 cans of Ready Whip in the fridge right now.
You got to stay ready.
I want that drop ready for tomorrow's open.
Yeah.
He's got 5 cans of Ready Whip.
I do. 5 cans of Ready Whip.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Cappy here to tell you about my great friends at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. I'm a huge fan for so many reasons. The safety, technology, versatility, reliability, and they're all about the Subaru Love Promise. The cars are spacious and sporty. You got to go see my boy Omar and his team at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. They're focused on your needs, and they're the most knowledgeable people when it comes to getting you into the right Subaru. Ocean Subaru, 1100 South Euclid in Fullerton, just off the 91 freeway. Go to OceanSubaruOC.com. That's OceanSubaruOC.com. Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, where every journey starts with love.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
SoFi Personal Loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right, pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi Personal Loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply, NMLS 696891.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
You're from over there, I'm from over here. We're sitting in this hot tub together. What do you like to drink?
No.
See?
No.
No? Not at all? Come on.
No.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Did you enjoy Snow White?
I did.
Yeah?
Sorry, you caught me mid-almond. Hold on. These are good almonds. Naked almonds. Fresh.
Okay.
I did. I don't see what all the hoopla was about.
I think the hoopla is that never mind.
It's in the outside. It's in the outside.
I think the hoopla is that Gal Gadot is
outside hoopla?
No, I think that Gal Gadot is not very talented as an actress, and so that's where the
I see
hoopla
that.
comes
Oh, you
around.
talking Snow White?
Yeah, Snow White.
Yeah.
I see that.
But has your daughter seen the original Snow White?
Yes, or at least the animated.
Yeah.
version.
And she liked it.
1939
And
one.
that's
Yeah.
what I mean. It's Snow White. I don't know what the
The
hoopla
hoopla
was.
is that Gal Gadot is not very talented as an actress and is put in a lot of roles. But and also it's the interesting thing of a strategy from of a movie perspective to reboot something that is from the 1930s, and not a lot of people were clamoring for like, when are we gonna get a Snow White? Because they're redoing Lilo and Stitch, which I think a lot of millennials, like my age and above, will really enjoy going to see this movie because they really loved Lilo and Stitch.
My kid
and so,
went bonkers for that trailer. She can't wait to see it. Yeah.
So I think it's like the Snow White was an interesting strategy. I understand why it maybe didn't do as well as they wanted to, but then they're blaming it on Rachel Zegler is not really what I want to.
I thought she was good.
Into.
I maybe wanted more out of the Queen, but it's Snow White.
She looks like the Queen.
What were you expecting? That's what I'm saying. It was fun, though. Yeah.
She looked
They're
like the
expecting a
evil
lot
Queen.
of money, and I don't know if they did.
Oh, okay.
Get a lot
That
of
makes
money.
sense. That makes sense.
But Minecraft movie did
Made over 100
smash 300 million.
Was it 300?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like they absolutely smashed it, and
I gave her the
T-boys.
choice. I said Minecraft or Snow White, and she picked Snow White. So that's where we
That's
went.
great.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you
and
go.
I enjoyed it. I was singing almost every song.
So choices: Snow White or Minecraft or Jaxson Dart or everyone else that's available in the draft. Because I don't know if
Snow
I've
White, I'm
read
kidding.
a story about the Rams draft. They picked 26th.
Yes.
That at some point in the story does not have the name Jaxson Dart in it. That I don't know if draft season's super weird because there's all sorts of misdirection and smoke, and you're trying to throw people off the scent of what you actually might do. You're never going to tell anybody. But my goodness, if Dart's name doesn't come up with the Rams almost every time.
What's the one
The
thing?
Rams?
What's the one thing you don't have on the roster
This minute?
What's the one thing Les Snead and Sean McVay have yet to address?
I mean, I guess you could talk about offensive line depth. You could talk about cornerback.
It's not a trick question. It's quarterback of the future.
Oh, okay.
You haven't drafted that guy, or you don't have that guy on the roster.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Whoever will take over for Matthew Stafford whenever he decides.
No, that guy's
to,
not on this team.
Right.
Yeah.
So it seems to fit that if Jaxson Dart is there at 26, the best available quarterback, a first rounder, you might want to go ahead and select him for the future. Now, the problem is, and I agree with that. I think
you have to prepare for the future when your present is what this is, which is a very good team.
I think you can do both. If I was a GM, I think I would draft a quarterback a year, almost. I think that there is a strategy, but Jaxson Dart actually makes sense. He's got what McVay likes. He's pretty accurate. He's got a strong arm. He's tough. He can run a little bit, and he's smart. So he fits. McVay values above the neck, and he wants a little more mobility. I think that is Jaxson Dart, and he may be there for you at 26. So I wouldn't mind taking that QB there. The problem is you're picking at number 90 in round 2.
Yeah, they don't have a second-round pick because they traded away that pick to the Carolina Panthers to get Braden Fisk last year.
Correct. That's a lot of picks between 26 and 90.
Yeah, that's 60 picks.
For a team that needs a lot of help, a lot of depth, there's some holes there. You could answer some questions about tight end. You can get some depth at O-line. You could supplement your defense between 26 and 90.
Yeah.
And when you think Jaxson Dart is probably not going to play.
Hopefully not.
So your first pick, a guy that's going to help you on the field in September, is coming at pick 90. That doesn't make a lot of sense, especially for an older quarterback who's about to be done.
Can I ask a question? Maybe you know the answer, maybe you don't. I don't know. We're getting down to it, right? You're on the clock. The general manager likes this player. The coach likes that player. They're not in alignment on who they want to take. Who gets to make the pick?
Less. The GM. The GM will make the pick. He's the guy.
Okay.
That's his job.
Okay.
Now, he's going to solicit input from everyone
Of
in
course.
the room, and the head coach probably has a lot more than other people.
For sure.
But Les Snead is going to make that choice.
But if there's an impasse, I want to get ready for the future. General manager.
Yes.
And the coach is, I need something to win this season, and that guy doesn't help me win this season. The quarterback gets picked.
Whatever, they're going to go, Les is going to make that choice, and then if, let's say Sean McVay gets mad, then Sean McVay starts to think, well, how many more years do I have on this contract before I need to get out of here? Because you're drafting guys I don't want.
There's ripples on the pond.
That's how that stuff starts. But I would bet they're in lockstep. I would be surprised if they weren't on the same page.
I'm just the reason
as
I
far
asked
as Jaxson
I'm
Dart.
not suggesting that they aren't.
No,
I'm just curious because as the general manager, obviously you want to win the Super Bowl. Obviously you want to be as good as you can season in and season out. But
I don't want to be bare in the winter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think the hardest thing for any team executive to do in any sport is be good today and don't stink tomorrow.
Right.
It's really a narrow needle to thread, and I think that's why the guys that are really good at it, Andrew Friedman, Les Snead, like the down periods are really short. They don't last very long. It's like, boom, we bounce right back up because the cupboard isn't bare.
Right.
That we do have guys that we've been developing. And the guy that needs to be developed the most, I would guess, is a quarterback. That you need to be, that very few guys just walk into that league and light it up.
So
it just doesn't
make it
happen
seamless.
like that.
Yeah. Draft him now, let him sit for a year, maybe 2, and then start him. You'll be okay. You'll at least be credible. You're not starting from zero.
Could you do both, DeMarco? And what I'm getting at is we're going to take the quarterback high. I'm also going to trade away future picks so I don't get caught short now. That I'm going to get ready for the future at the quarterback position, but I need to get Matthew Stafford, a running back, a wide receiver, a tight end, whatever it is, right? O-line depth. And I'm going to do that this year too, but in 2028, 2029, some of those picks in my second, third round picks, those things are down.
As long as I don't give up picks, and you could say, look, we're going to go at 26 and stay where we are, not make a move. I doubt that will happen. We're going to stay 26, 90, 101, 120. We're going to stay with the picks we have and not move very much. And then tell my coaching staff and my coordinators, we're going to get you some talent. We've done the homework on everybody 90 down.
Okay.
We're going to get you the best players available, and you're going to have to coach them up. They're not going to be perfect. They're going to be guys you can use, but you're going to have to, make them more functional in your offense or your defense. Are we all on the same page? Yes, sir. Then take the quarterback. If you've got some issues, if you don't trust your coaching staff, if you're getting ready to lose both coordinators next year.
But they lose both coordinators every year, it seems like.
But that's what I mean.
Yeah.
If you're getting ready to lose people next year and you know it, then that might change how you draft and develop.
Player? Like you're you, right? You're a veteran player. You've been in the league a while. You're not on your way out, but you're not just getting started either. You've been around the block a few times. And you're on a team like this team. It's pretty good. Maybe not the favorite to win the Super Bowl, but you're in the mix. Do you understand the future, or are you just worried about, look, man, I just want to keep my job? Because you want to win, obviously, but it's a weird deal. Like, man, they're going to take who they're going to take. I just got to worry about me.
Every player, well, I wouldn't say every player. Most players worry about the draft some.
Yeah.
Because if they drafted your position, your number...
Tick, tick, tick,
tick, tick. It's going to come up at some point.
Yeah.
It's going to change how you approach the offseason.
Yeah.
There's a first rounder in my room now.
Yeah.
We play the exact same position.
Yeah.
The stuff where I like to attack, he loves to attack. Eventually, it's going to be his job. So So you all monitor the draft, but it's all competition once we all get in the same room. But I would just say this. Matthew Stafford is yet to sign that deal, right?
The last I read, I haven't, it's been a few days, but yeah, it has not officially been closed.
Okay, so this is why these things get touchy. You have to remember what happened with Aaron Rodgers. It's almost the same thing.
It's virtually identical.
So you're on the precipice of a deep playoff run. You just scared the hell out of the Philadelphia Eagles, the defending champions. So you're that close. So if you're Matthew Stafford, you're thinking, let's get some players, regroup, and go at this again. And with your first pick, you take a backup quarterback that's not going to see the field, and then nothing else until 90?
That's tough.
I'd be hot.
It's funny, that gap from 26 to 90, and I'm trying to win today. It's like, really?
Yeah.
That would land bad.
I'm trying to score, and you want me to mentor?
Right.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's a lot to ask.
That would be a lot to ask. So this is why it's a lot when you're picking a quarterback in the first round. Jaxson Dart fits, but you better make sure the Rams fit him before you take him.
All right, so Dodgers had a bad weekend in Philadelphia. They are having a bad week in D.C., and this is why 117 was always a crazy number. It's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Baseball's my favorite sport because you can fail 70% of the time and still be a legend. Like my diet. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Big League Gift Giveaway. Get a pickleball set when you earn 500 points on your rewards card. The 15th.
Number 2.
The Good Times Pizza Company's brick oven cooks your crust to perfection. Get it to go today.
And the number 1 reason.
Desi Banks. Live April 25th. Get tickets now.
Morongo. Good times.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Los Angeles International Airport's People Mover trains begin rolling early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investment to transform and improve your travel journey. The People Mover train will quickly move guests between all terminals, the new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, economy parking, and a kiss and fly lot. The trains will make it simple and fast to get to your LAX destination in 10 minutes or less. And trains depart every 2 minutes, beginning in early 2026. Learn more on this website, lawa.org/ESPN.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station. And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
The man that I turn to for all things gambling related, Better Duran in the house.
Wait, not all things, right?
Well,
not collections.
No, not collections.
Oh, I got a guy.
Yeah, I was going to say, if I need something done, he's on the list of people to call. How many people are in our Masters pool?
I scaled it back this year, and I sent it to DeMarco, so
Yeah,
DeMarco's in the pool. And it's real easy, DeMarco.
What do I do? Okay.
Okay, our Masters pool it's built for people who don't know golf. So if you don't know anything about it,
Sliwa nearly won it last year.
Yes, he did. So what they do is they take the top. You have 6 different pools, and from each one of them, you pick a person, and then you get the 4 best scores. So the top pool will have all the favorites.
Okay.
So you only get to pick one of them.
6 tiers.
So I get a favorite,
a favorite, and
a
a
mid-level,
mid-level,
and then an also ran,
and a long shot.
Okay.
So it's real simple.
Oh, this is fun.
Yeah,
okay.
so it's real simple. It's perfect for you. That way you can have something to talk with Travis about on Thursday when he's like, "What is it?" And next thing you know, you're rooting for so and so.
Xander Schauffele.
Who's in the top tier?
Rory, Xander.
Don't matter to Marco.
I'm just asking. Yeah.
I don't even know these guys' names
Colin Morikawa, Scotty Scheffler's
Who would
number
you
one player
pick?
in the world. I picked Rory.
Okay, I go with Is it Morikawa?
Yeah.
I go with him.
That's a good pick.
Okay, I pick
Southern
him.
California guy.
I'm picking my team right now. Go ahead.
Well, click on
Okay,
the link
I'll
first.
do it. I'll do it. Okay.
Because when you
All
click on the link, it has the rankings and it also has the odds for it. So
This
at
will
the
be
end-
fun.
Yeah, it's real cool. It keeps you involved. This year I had to scale back because I remember last year I had a bunch of people.
You had a
in
lot
there.
of people last year.
Yeah, it was over 100 people last year.
Yeah.
And
What are we looking at so far?
it's going to be probably in the 20s or 30s. It's just I don't like paying people I don't like. So there was some people because it's like so what I do. And Travis will tell you this. Every day you get paid. So somebody if you're in
Daily
first,
payouts,
daily
which is
payouts,
exciting.
So it makes you for. Also, DeMarco,
good.
If you're in last place, you get money.
Yes.
So next thing you know, on Sunday,
Booby prize.
So you'll.
So if I suck, I can win.
Yeah, you'll get your money
dead
back.
last.
If I finish dead last,
Well,
I
you get
can
your
win.
money back.
Yes.
Heck
Yeah.
yeah, this is good.
So you can try to tank it.
Oh yeah.
But
I love
it
this sort of
doesn't-
gambling.
So
Yeah.
now all of a sudden you're rooting for your team, right? And next thing you know, you realize, hey, I might be in last. You start rooting against your guys. Terrible. Missed that putt. Missed
Yes.
that putt.
Yes.
So it's just fun to do. I don't really watch golf.
Yeah.
But it's perfect.
Isn't
to just have something
DeChambeau
go.
a jerk?
There we go.
Well, I mean,
He
a lot
can
of
be.
people would say yes.
Okay, skip him.
Well, he's also very, 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 very good.
Is there something wrong with Brooks Koepka?
Depends on who you ask.
Okay, never mind. Okay, I need good people. I need a good guy.
You then pick Scotty Scheffler.
Scotty Scheffler?
Yes.
Good dude.
So
Okay,
here's
there.
the thing, though.
Scotty Scheffler.
But he got arrested. Come on,
Did he
Travis.
really get arrested? Get out.
No, that's the guy who got busted.
Oh.
Last year. Not right now. He's fine right now.
Scotty Scheffler makes me look like Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, he's a
Which
nice
is
guy.
why when he got arrested, it was such a funny thing.
Yes, that he is the squarest, most milk toast,
He's
middle
boring,
of the
bro.
road, just super non-offensive guy who happens to be wildly awesome at golf.
What do you know about Morikawa? Nothing.
He's local. He went to Cal. He's won a couple
Done.
of majors.
I got him.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Okay.
Yeah, so you pick one guy,
Got
and then
it.
when you get to the bottom part, you're like, I've never heard of these people. But if
Well.
one of those youngsters gets a run,
Yeah.
the thing is you want to have 4 people on Sunday.
Yes.
Is
Or
this
you
the
get 80.
Sergio Garcia?
Yeah, him.
That one?
Yeah.
Oh, the heck with him. No.
He's playing pretty well.
I
Blake.
don't care. Never. I'm rooting against you forever.
You understand the purpose of this is to win.
I don't want to win with people I don't like. So,
See,
yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
But if one of
I
those
wanna
guys
win
gets
with people
hot,
that'll
you're
win.
good.
You want to win,
I
period.
want to win money.
So I'll send a daily email, what's going on,
Okay,
and stuff
this is
like
fun.
that. And there's different daily payouts. It's
Thank
more
you.
fun. It's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
G-Fish is in.
G-Fish is in. Yeah.
His buddy G-Fish, who's
Yeah.
probably the first one to reply right
Yeah,
away.
Darb is in too, I believe.
I
yes?
haven't looked yet.
Okay.
But I like
Darvin Ham?
him.
Huh?
Darvin Ham?
No, my buddy Darb.
Oh, I thought you said Darvin Ham. Oh.
The best is
DARB.
when I look at my transactions and it says Susan
Yeah, she
Rogers.
Venmo'd you last night.
I'm like, wait, why is Susan sending me money?
I don't
It's
Venmo.
you.
Hey.
I don't Venmo. I said to her last night, I'm
Yeah.
like, Venmo Beto $20. And she goes, I think I have his contact from last year.
Oh.
And she sent him $20.
There you go.
Yeah.
So it's fun to mark. It just
I'm
keeps
in.
you interactive on the week. Like Sliwa almost won last year.
He did.
Wow.
He was.
This
he-
looks
he-
like fun.
Yeah.
So just
It's
submit,
al-
send you money, and that's it.
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
also like, the NCAA tournament with the secretary or the person who has no idea about what the teams
Yeah,
are.
yeah, yeah.
They pick the mascots.
Oh,
and they
nice.
win. That's usually who wins this.
Go on.
That's the,
the
way
color
it works.
Yes,
Yeah.
there you
So
go.
what was Lakers talk last night? I would imagine it was wild because the Lakers got hosed with the ejection.
Yes.
I'm going down with the. I think Luka at least is partially responsible for getting kicked out.
Absolutely.
He earned the first tee by arguing a play that had nothing to do with him, and by being a incessant whiner over years and years, the officials are going to have a quick trigger with him.
That's what he does.
That's what he does.
Everybody in the NBA does.
But he also shouldn't have gotten kicked out of that game last
No.
night.
So last night's we went an extra half an hour. We got done. Geeter and everybody at Spectrum Sports Net were already at home by the time because we had so many calls and we had a bunch of first-time callers. And I even started the show like, "This is your show. You want to vent? Go for it." And normally I'm not here for blame the refs. Because as a former referee myself, I kind of am sympathetic.
Last night was a night you can blame the
Yesterday
ref
was
in
one
part.
of those JT Orr made it about himself.
Yes.
And I never get to that level. Did the Lakers give up a 25-4 run and lose that game? Absolutely. But did they lose because of that moment?
I thought
No.
LeBron said it really well, where LeBron, after the game, said after Luka got kicked out, the game just got weird.
It was completely different.
It just got
What did he mean by
super
that?
weird.
Like the calls got weird?
Everything got
Everything.
weird.
Okay.
Everything. It's
The energy got weird.
Everything got
OKC
weird.
got super hot.
Yep.
The Lakers couldn't make a bucket. It just everything went haywire.
Yeah, the phone lines were lit. We stayed an extra half hour. We ended the show with people still on hold wanting to
Wow.
talk, which is great. This is what Lakers fans and the passion is. And you'll like this, DeMarco. I got called a homer and a hater.
I saw the homer part
during the same show.
That's how you know you're doing
and a
it
hater.
right.
Yeah.
By the
Wow.
way, that's how you know you did a good
Yeah,
job.
I'm like, okay. I'm like, first of all, I'm the one that is definitely not the homer because I call him out all the time. I'm like, Luka complains too much. LeBron complains too much. But this is what superstars do. The difference with Luka, and somebody was bringing up, well, Kobe used to do that. But Kobe, as he got older, learned how to finesse the referees. He didn't complain about every single time.
Is this too much of a vague distinction? Because I think this is what it is. I think there's a difference between working the refs, like you're talking about, and trying to gain an advantage by talking to them and nonstop whining.
This happened last week. There was a play where Luka felt like he did not foul him, right? Because Luka's never committed a foul. And during the free throws, Luka, instead of lining up, was about 3 feet away from the...
And he's still talking.
And he's still talking to the referee. And the referee's telling him, at least get to the box.
Get in the spot.
Get in the key.
Yeah.
Because you have to... Somebody have to shoot the free throw. You have to be in that spot.
We need to go to more games. Where is JJ in all this when his player is doing this?
You just let him go,
Get back on the foul line and stop talking.
I understand the instinct to let your star player go, but
Yeah.
I'm with you, DeMarco, that
They're
at
going to
some
throw
point,
you out.
They're going to throw. I have to intervene to save you from you.
Right.
I need to prevent. I'm going to get thrown out so you don't.
But Luka's going to do this no matter what. You're seeing this now as your daughter gets into this club basketball world.
Oh, yeah.
It starts young. And the kids are doing it in the AU world. It starts with the parents. You see it all the time. Referees are not dealing with it because the moment you show up, somebody's yelling at you. Now, these NBA referees are the best in the world. Do they have bad nights? Yes. Are they reevaluated after every single game? They're giving that CD. They're giving that copy of what is happening in that game. They're going to get a phone call in the morning after every single game. Not just last night, every game.
This is the thing. My number one complaint about officials, referees, umpires, take your pick, all sports, is when something like last night happens where, and I'm not saying that Luka didn't, push him to the edge, but when you've clearly made a mistake, right? Where you've clearly made a mistake. He yelled one thing. I thought it was at me. It obviously was not, but I reacted, bang, you're gone. Why can't they come back together and say, and the other two referees come over, or the other umpires in a baseball game, or the other referees in a football game come over and say, hey, listen, what's this guy's name? JT, listen up,
from
man.
Glendora.
He wasn't talking to you. He was talking to them.
They didn't do that.
You missed it. We can't kick him out right here. You're going to have to, and I know this, I can't reverse my call. Why not? Like when you clearly got it wrong, let's get together. And if the other two guys come and say, man, I don't know, I didn't see it, that's fine. Then you roll with what you had. But there has to be a moment where this clearly, I don't know where Michael and John are sitting in the game last night.
They're umpire, but they see it.
But instantly they knew it wasn't even directed at him.
Michael knew immediately.
Everybody on TV goes, he's talking to the fan. Like it was very clearly not directed at that referee. Why can't you come together and say, all right, I missed it, but dude, I'm telling you, I've had it with you. Be careful. Why can't we do that?
That's what I was saying yesterday in the postgame show. At least get together and give me the eyewash pretending like you're talking. Okay, if you're going to kick him out, we get it. But when you see the reverse angle, it looks like he's yelling directly at Luka.
I get it.
But that referee in that moment, okay, you got it. But we've also said this, and I think you said it earlier, DeMarco, where be in my face and make me earn my tech. Make me earn getting ejected. That's why I hate baseball umpires.
Yeah.
Because
he didn't come forward. He was going backwards.
The baseball umpires are so sensitive that they kick people out of the dugout. Remember last year happened with the Yankees?
It was a fan sitting behind Aaron Boone who yelled something to the umpire. He turned around and kicked Aaron Boone.
It's not me.
And Boone goes, I literally didn't say anything. Word.
I know.
And that has to be where somebody else, the first base umpire, says, hey, I think it was Hunter Wendelstedt because he's awful.
He sounds like a bad
guy.
He
sucks.
Yeah. Sounds like he goes to the Masters.
Nepo kid.
Right. And
he's a Nepo umpire. His dad
is he?
was. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that has to be when, hey, Hunter, listen, man, it wasn't him. He can't go. Yeah. He can't go. As opposed to circle the wagons, well, I guess we got to cover our guy. Yeah. No, dude, you blew it.
He probably will back the call right
what
there.
They should have done
even if he's wrong. Yeah.
Last night, JT Orr is 51 years old. He's in his 13th year in the NBA. He used to be a Pac-12, a Pac-10 referee. He's been around a while. And the NBA now, DeMarco, has a lot of young referees that are in their third, fourth year. There's been a lot of turnover because if you're not cutting it, they get rid of you. So there's a lot of youngsters, and they don't have those older veteran referees. I was surprised it was JT Orr because JT's a better referee, but because when you've been around a while, when you're a salty vet, more than a dozen years in NBA, you should know how to handle the situation, especially a superstar.
See, that leads into what they said. Who was it? Was it Vando that said that he had told us before the game he's going to talk to anybody but Luka?
No, hold on a second. I don't think that's what it was.
What was it?
I think what it was when Luka got technical number 1.
Yeah.
And Luka went to advocate for Vanderbilt, and he was yelling at the referee, that's not a foul. I think he said, I'll talk to anybody but you about this.
So it wasn't pregame.
It
was just after the first tee.
I think it was in the game.
Well, that's good.
You're not even a part of this play. I'm not talking to you. I'll talk to anybody but you about this.
Okay, but if there's some built-up heat between you and Luka because you've been around for a while,
that's bad officiating.
To clarify, it was for that first foul.
It was the first foul. Okay, good.
What I don't like about this also is, I get it. Every sport has a crew chief. Yesterday, we heard from the pool reporter who went and spoke to Tony Brothers, I believe, who was the crew chief. He's like, well, he directed it at him. It was like, I want to hear from the guy who actually did it. We know we never will. That's the protocol, but still.
This kind of, I'm making the same point again, but the problem is, well, he directed profanity at the official. No, he didn't. He directed his comments at a fan that the official misinterpreted as comments directed at him. And that's when somebody, and this is where we get in trouble, where the good guys are protecting the bad guys.
Yeah.
It's a couple of bad apples. Yeah, then get the bad apple to change his mind and say, this is
I'd love to hear from him, though.
It was the best game of the season, arguably.
I thought he was yelling at me. I made a mistake. Okay. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Now, I'd love to hear that. I thought he was shouting. He was looking right at me. I thought he said the blank word.
Hold on a second. I didn't. I was talking to him. Hold on a second. You come over here. You come over here. Was he talking to me? No, he wasn't. Okay, you're in
move on.
Did you guys see the tweet from McMenamin?
Yes, about the fan.
Yeah, he spoke with the fan. So, Jeremy Price, also known as the courtside tattoo dude, said
lame.
Self-given, not me. That's what he says. If you see the picture, you're like, yeah, I can see that. He's okay. See, last season, as a matter of fact, when he was a Maverick in the playoffs, it was all within the game. So he and Luka talk trash to each other all the time.
Yeah.
They go back and forth in that playful manner.
He's their OKC super fan.
Everything got blown out of proportion, and it took us.
Blew it.
Absolutely,
he blew it. But Luka allowed him to blow it.
He blew it too. Yeah.
Luka allowed him to blow it. A, by getting the first tech. B, by being a non-stop
just close your mouth and play.
Yes.
You can complain, just not
every possession.
Let JJ do it.
He's from Real Madrid. That's what should tell you something, Jorge.
Every possession.
There it is.
No.
He is. No, he is.
He went to Real Madrid Academy. He was there when he was 14, so he's always been. This is what he does. But then DeMarco, all these youngsters do it.
That's all they do. But what did you think of the 2 games versus the Thunder as we move forward with the Lakers? Closer than you think?
Yesterday, I thought they would lose.
Yeah.
I didn't think they were going to battle like that because I'm thinking OKC is going to make the adjustment. They didn't. And the Lakers on the flip side, in the third quarter, you saw Jaxson Hayes and Vanderbilt at one time. The Lakers coaching staff give them a lot of credit.
Yep.
Their advanced analytics staff did a lot of credit because they were throwing stuff at them that Shea was getting to certain spots and realizing it was stopped. He had to take a step back to knock down shots, and he had to earn his stuff. So the Lakers, they came with the right game plan. Very impressive.
Even if the Lakers hadn't held on to win that game, Luka stays in it, and I think they had a 1-point lead when he got kicked out. And let's just say the game ends under normal circumstances, and the Lakers lose by 4 points, whatever, just a tight game, the whole game.
Well, you punched pretty good.
Lakers walk out of there with their shoulders back and their chins up. Like, we went into the best team in the league's den twice in 3 days, kicked their butts once, and nearly got them a couple of nights later.
You've been in a fight.
Great about where they are.
This
right
is a
now.
different group.
OKC, their starting lineup is 24 years old. That's their average. They're young. They're really good, but they haven't been tested. Yeah, he got tested the last couple games, and on Friday they got worked by Houston. So there's a team that they're going into the playoffs not peaking, not looking the best.
Here's what you don't want. You don't want them first, and that's not off the table yet. Like, it's unlikely, but they could still draw them first. If they end up in the play-in, lose, and that's what I mean. They could. The Lakers, the 8th seed is not likely, but it's not off the table.
It's 2 games away.
Right.
It's 2 games. Right. That's what I liked about JJ yesterday, saying we're going to have our starters. Because something happened in Vegas yesterday because everybody thought the Lakers were going to sit everybody. The line went to 15.5. It changed a lot.
And they still covered.
Oh, wow. Barely. But I'm not getting into the conspiracy, the gambling. I'm not getting into that.
No, that would never happen.
No, but what I'm getting is JJ said, no, we're going to throw our best at you. We have a chance.
I like that.
We need to win 2 games in 4 games.
And I think there was some message sending, like, we're not afraid of you.
Absolutely.
we'll fight you.
That message has been delivered.
Yes.
And understood.
Agreed. Agreed. All right.
All right, guys, bye. I'm going to go get tacos.
All right.
See ya.
Where?
I have a lunch meeting at Sonora Town.
I'm more like him than you know, so you may get a Venmo from my wife. Just to let you know. Just to let you know.
I expect that.
You're fine.
Yeah, just to let you know.
No problem.
Yeah.
Look, lean into your Ludditeness like
You know
I
what?
do.
You know what,
occasionally.
DeMarco?
What?
I'm sick of this dude.
Stop.
Are you clairvoyant?
Stop it. Clairvoyant, my man.
I was waiting. Major League
My dude.
Baseball is brutal, man. Ask
Yes.
Justin Robleski. We'll talk about that next. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
That was fun.
Two of the biggest titans in all of CONCACAF.
Los Angeles Football Club, Inter Miami CF.
Battle it out for one spot in the CONCACAF Champions Cup semifinal.
Shot from 22 and in! Ordaz has scored! It's a golazo!
Last week, leg one was a thrill at BMO Stadium.
Leg 2 in Miami will not disappoint.
LAFC versus Inter Miami.
What's it going to take them out over there in leg 2? Teamwork makes the dream work.
Pre-game starts today at 4:30 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
And speaking of LAFC, how about this? 877-710-ESPN. You know that number. 877-710-3776. Give us a call right now for your chance to win a 4-pack of Sweet Passes to the LAFC game this Saturday. Give us a call right now. 877-710-ESPN.
Wildfires don't just destroy homes. They leave families terrified.
It looked like someone had dropped a nuclear bomb out today, and I couldn't recognize the streets.
If the Eaton fire took everything, call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB or visit him online at calljacob.com.
Call Jacob. Big on protein, rich on flavor. The new $10 Islands Restaurant's protein bowls are here for a limited time. Packed with over 40 grams of protein and stacked with fresh ingredients for the flavors you love. Just in a bowl. Find your protein paradise at islandsrestaurants.com.
Quarterback Jordan Love isn't just on Green Bay's team. He's also on the American Family Insurance team. Because like us, he believes in dreaming fearlessly.
Just chase your dreams and don't let nobody hold you back.
And we help protect those dreams with the right coverage so you can
Dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Oh, by the way, Ivan's no longer on the project. His wife got a new job, so they're moving across the country.
Robin's top researcher is deviating to a new market. This isn't standard.
And now we're short-staffed. Who's going to finish all these projects?
She needs a cluster of new data analysts, and there's no margin for error.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN.
I want to put my feet in the sand. I want to drink. I want to eat. I want to walk. I want to have the sun on my face. That's it.
Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Yep, we are.
I got to stay eating almonds.
Did you make your picks yet? Did you decide your tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, tier 6?
I'm looking. I'm trying to figure out who's playing this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know the names, though.
I do.
You know more than I thought you might.
I know a few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you've never really expressed much interest in golf, but you're asking the right questions.
Yeah, I know some names.
Yeah.
My brother's into it. He makes me watch golf with him.
Okay.
Like he makes me watch golf with him.
I've seen your brother's golf bag. I'm not surprised he watches golf.
Like he sits by the door, so I can't leave. Yeah, he's that guy. But so I know who's who, and I know who he goes off on, so I know who not to pick.
Who does he not like? Can you tell me that?
I don't think he likes. Is it Deschambeau? Deschambeau. He doesn't really like him at all.
He's not alone. The list of people that don't like him is long and distinguished.
Like Super Jerk.
He's a know-it-all. He's kind of phony, but he's really, really good.
Okay.
And
long off the tee?
Monstrously long.
That's the guy we're talking about. Okay.
Monstrously long. And he's tried hard of late to be more normal.
Okay.
And it's there's a little bit of a split decision on whether or not it's sincere or not.
And something about his feet.
His feet?
Feet when he hits.
Well, that's Scotty Scheffler moves his feet. Like he's like,
maybe that's
like a dancer
He's
almost.
His feet move.
Yeah,
that's
weird
supposed
deal.
to be bad, right? Yeah, okay.
No, your feet are not. Unless you're Scotty Scheffler, your feet should not move.
Okay, that's what it is. All right.
So today the Dodgers finish up their series against the Washington Nationals. They've lost the first 2. They've lost 3 in a row. They've lost 4 of their last 5. And Justin Robleski pitched for the Dodgers yesterday and got tattooed. He pitched poorly. He no longer has a locker in the Nationals visiting locker room. They've already stripped it, and Landon Knack has his locker today.
Already?
Tough sport, man.
Oh, my God. Really?
And part of it is just administrative because you send one guy down, you can bring another guy up and everything else. And the Dodgers, even though it's only 2 weeks of the season, are shorthanded and they're pitching for a variety of reasons. But, man, oh, man, that's a tough racket where you get bombed out on a Tuesday night and your locker's gone by Wednesday afternoon.
Had he pitched well?
Probably the same thing happens.
Okay.
All right. But the
you knew going in what this was about.
And look, the Dodgers do have options down in AAA. You have Knack, who's going to pitch. Tony Gonsolin is getting close to coming back. You're going to add some more bullpen guys like Evan Phillips that are closer to getting back. But, man, oh, man, he had a very bad night. Like, if he pitches great, he probably comes back sooner than later, but not with a performance like that.
If he were one of your guys, when do you pull him in that scenario?
Third inning for sure
before it gets out of hand,
if not even a little. Yeah.
Okay.
They're shorthanded a little bit, and part of what makes the Dodger pitching staff so unique. I don't want to say. I think unique is the word. They got 2 guys that only pitch once a week, right? Yamamoto and Sasaki. They're trying to keep on a every 6-day schedule, so that's a once a week schedule. Those other guys pitch like 1.25 times a week. Occasionally they'll pitch twice in a week. The Dodgers are shorthanded there. Snell goes down. Now I'm super shorthanded. So not only do you have to cover a game, you're going to have to cover more than one game with guys that weren't on your team 10 minutes ago.
Right.
It's a weird deal for the best team in baseball, for a team with crazy pitching depth, that they're already into the minor leagues to cover games in the first week or 2 of April. That's weird.
Not embarrassing, right? Just
no.
It happens.
It's just the way that they've put their team together.
Yeah.
And this sounds weird because they're going to win 105, 6, 10, 12 games. I don't know what it's going to be. It's going to be way north of 100. I don't even think they give a damn. And here's what I mean. All they care about is let's be as healthy as possible when we get to October. Shohei might not pitch until August. Clayton Kershaw, I don't know when he's going to go.
Yeah.
But we're not going to push Snell. We're not going to push Yamamoto. We're not whatever. We will let Robleski and Knack and Gonsolin and the rest of these guys pitch as many games as we need them to pitch, because we are not pushing to get into the postseason, because the postseason is going to happen no matter what.
It's such a marathon.
Absolutely.
It is really a marathon, and you're really searching for your best performance. Wins and losses be damned right now? Kinda?
I think you're looking for health right now more than anything else. The wins will come. They have too many good players. They're gonna win enough games to go to the postseason. But what you're seeing right now is exactly why that number, when we all saw the Vegas win total for the season, I think it was 103.5. It was like, oh my God, they're going to go over it by a mile. And I still think they will. But they're going to win 117. No, they're not. Because look at the first 2 weeks in, they haven't played very well. They've lost 3. Like, it's just baseball, and they're not going to push. They're perfectly fine leaving Kike Hernandez at first base for a week or 2.
You got 2 more
even
days.
though he's 4 for 36.
Yeah,
it's like whatever.
Freddie's getting healthy.
He's coming back. This guy will come back. That guy will come back.
And away you go.
The sense of urgency is about as low as it could. You don't want to play sloppy baseball, which they are, which I'm sure they will get fixed. But they're not going to push. They're not going to mash the gas.
No, they lost
happen.
more than I thought they'd lose all year, to be honest. With how we built up this team, and when they look great on paper.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
The team on paper will not be the team that plays 162 games.
Right.
They will have guys that are in and out of the lineup. They are never going to push.
Shohei's never supposed to strike out. He's supposed to hit a home run on every at-bat. Roki is supposed to be a Cy Young Award winner now. Blake Snell's supposed to be unhittable, Stuff happens, and you're not supposed to make any errors.
They're 9-4.
Right.
Okay, and have played like mediocre baseball.
Played bad.
Bad to mediocre baseball. They could, the way that they've played, they could easily be 4-9. And it would be, whatever.
Yeah.
We're going to be fine.
What was the best part of yesterday for you? Anything? Pages getting off? One, maybe? Kike again? Nothing?
No. When you're hitting home runs when the score's 8-0, it doesn't do a whole
Doesn't do
lot
much.
for me.
Yeah. Anything strike you about that game at all? Nothing. It's just one of those things. Okay. I'm learning. You and Greg are like, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
You don't like to watch your team get their butt kicked like that, but there was nothing in there that said, hey, we got a problem. Nothing. There's no problem. Just not playing well. They were real bad yesterday. They think that James Wood guy for the Nats, that guy's really interesting. 2 home runs yesterday.
Yeah.
Hit another rocket the night before that.
Which one was the first pitch? First pitch home run.
The first
was yesterday,
home run,
yeah.
yes. No, that guy's like, whoa.
That's legit. Yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what nobody said out loud in 10 days or so?
What?
Torpedo bats.
Dang, that ran its course fast, didn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
Flavor of the month.
It's just, okay, can we wait 2 weeks
New
to see
Coke.
if this is a thing? Yeah, exactly.
And maybe it was just a very good team bombing out a very bad team.
Yes.
Like Travis said originally, the day after it happened. Yes, Travis was right.
It's not, I just have watched a lot of baseball, and baseball there's not a sport that you say this more often than there's baseball. I've never seen that before. Doesn't mean it happens all the time.
Yeah. Not done with torpedo bats. They'll be making a comeback. Watch.
Somebody will get a couple of hits. They're back. And it's like, but everyone else in baseball used a regular bat, and they got hits too.
Yeah. Sell them now. Quick.
Crazy. Hot and cold. Coming up next is Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
ESPN LA is hitting the road. Tune in Monday, April 14th to Sedano and Cap as we broadcast live from SeaWorld San Diego. We'll explore the nation's largest standalone jellyfish exhibit, the all-new Jewels of the Sea, featuring awe-inspiring jellyfish, and set sail on a flavor adventure at the Seven Seas Food Festival. Don't miss the action, the fun, and maybe even a few surprises. Monday, April 14th, 3 to 6 p.m. Live from SeaWorld San Diego. SeaWorld San Diego. Open your world to something amazing.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
ESPN LA is hitting the road. Tune in Monday, April 14th to Sedano and Cap as we broadcast live from SeaWorld San Diego. We'll explore the nation's largest standalone jellyfish exhibit, the all-new Jewels of the Sea, featuring awe-inspiring jellyfish, and set sail on a flavor adventure at the Seven Seas Food Festival. Don't miss the action, the fun, and maybe even a few surprises. Monday, April 14th, 3 to 6 p.m. Live from SeaWorld San Diego. SeaWorld San Diego. Open your world to something amazing.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Waba Grill. It's for you.
Evan Cohen here. Picking a place to build a life is a lot like selecting a draft pick. Make a decision that will set you up for long-term success. Pick Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, you'll find dynamic career opportunities, beautiful seasons, affordable living, and legendary weekends. From its high quality of life and great schools to its fine arts, culinary, and pro sports scenes, Wisconsin gives you so much to look forward to. That's why you should pick Wisconsin. Learn more about making Wisconsin your home. Visit pickwisconsin.com.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
My car is making this noise. Sometimes it's like doot doot doot, and sometimes it's like grrr.
Do you have a dash light on?
Oh yeah.
And we don't have to listen for clues. With the free Fix Finder service, we can read a check engine, ABS, or maintenance light to find the likely fix and even recommend a local shop if you need one.
So you don't need to hear the grrr.
Not with Fix Finder. Free at every AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
As you know, we've welcomed the new partner here at 710 ESPN, NextGen. NextGen, the official AC, heat, and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans.
You're as cold as ice.
Call 833-3-NEXTGEN, NEXGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. Time for our feature we do 3 days a week. Who's hot? Who's cold? Thanks to NextGen. Boy, time for Who's Hot? Who's Cold? Take it away, Producer M.
Thanks, Chris.
Hello.
Yo, myself.
What's hot is Ken dolls. Hit it, Jorge. Why Ken dolls are hot is because LeBron James will be featured as a Ken doll coming up from the Mattel company. He will be the first professional athlete to be a Ken doll.
No way.
So, are you going to get a Ken doll
Can I ask
of
a
LeBron
stupid
James?
question about Ken dolls?
Sure.
I know that there are a variety of Barbies.
Yes.
Right? The different Barbie races and colors and all that. Like, have there been multiple Kens, or has it always just been Ken?
It's all different. Well, if you watch the movie,
Everybody's represented.
Everybody's represented.
But everybody's a Ken. So
Okay.
it's like, hey Ken, hey Ken, hey
Oh,
Ken.
look at this behind you. Turn around. Look at that.
The Mojo Dojo Casa House over here. Yes. So every kind of guy can be a Ken.
That's kind
It's
of
gutsy.
a cool honor, by
Very
the way.
cool.
Like to have. It's not exactly the Wheaties box, but it's kind of like the
Bro,
Wheaties box.
it's better than the Wheaties box.
Yeah.
I have an action figure. I am a Ken doll.
Yeah, but how about a G.I. Joe?
That'd be cool too.
Yeah, like,
very cool.
I'd rather be a G.I. Joe than a Ken doll.
An action figure.
Yeah.
It's not a doll, it's an action
But
figure.
it's also a combination with the LeBron James Family Foundation, which I'm sure is going to go back to, helping kids in Akron and things like that. So it's like,
No,
it's
that's
both
cool.
a combination of he wants,
I'm
break the
surprised it's
stereotype
him,
of
though.
masculinity.
What were those things? There were action figures, for lack of a better word. They're little teeny statues of athletes. They were called. They had a specific. Do you ever have any of those, Jorge?
No.
They were little like athletes. First athlete, something, and they were little teeny tiny action figures.
I think I remember.
You couldn't manipulate them. They were like
They were already in poses.
Yeah,
I remember those.
Yeah, and there were also. I was wondering, did you have one?
I didn't have one.
Okay.
No, because I would have one. You'd see a bunch of them here if I
I was
had
going
one.
to say, like, what a cool thing to have.
Yeah.
and I guess that's the same thing.
Coolest
as being
thing I
a
had was a
Ken.
fat head. Remember those fat
Oh,
heads?
yeah,
Things
you had a
put on-
fat
I had
head.
a fat
I
head.
wanted
Yeah.
one of Troy Polamalu so bad. My parents even painted my room with a space available to put Troy Polamalu on the wall. We just never got
Funko Pop or Ken for you, Travis?
Say that again.
Funko
Jorge?
Pop or one
That's
of these?
the
if they
thing with
make
like
you.
little body, big head.
The Funko Pop.
Oh, that not the Funko Pop.
Not the
other
Funko
thing.
Pop.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. LeBron is the first athlete to be a Ken doll.
LeBron James.
A little surprised. Who would you have picked as a Ken doll?
Like Michael Jordan, probably.
Jordan? Burrow? Joe Burrow?
Are we talking like modern
Honestly,
guys?
I'm trying to think like right now guys.
Burrow would be a great Ken doll because all the girls love Joe Burrow.
Yeah, that's trying to
He'd
think.
have the frosted tips and everything too.
LeBron is 40. I never thought LeBron 40 and Ken 40. I thought Ken was 25.
Well,
He's
Ken
ageless.
is a
He's
bunch
ageless.
of. Okay,
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Ryan
Yeah.
Gosling was 40 when he played Ken.
I mean,
so let's be serious.
I don't look at a Ken doll or a Barbie and think 40. I think, 25-ish, 27-ish. Maybe a
Ken.
younger dude.
Wait.
It couldn't be Luka. Luka doesn't be. That's not Ken worthy, is it? No.
Are we waiting
No.
for
I
Travis
don't
to
know.
Google
What do you look
what's
at me
happening
when
here?
you're
I'm
asking
trying to find I'm stuck on the name of those statues. This is going to bother me for a long time. I'm not kidding. I'm like, you guys do the rest of the show
Okay.
until I find this.
Yeah.
Okay, what is cold? And good thing you got some. I'm buying you some time to play a clip. So the Orioles broadcasters, it was Kevin Brown and Ben McDonald. Obviously, baseball is lovely to listen to, but obviously people get bored. Talk about a bunch of things. They're in Baltimore. Maybe Michael Phelps was in the audience or something, is why this got brought up. But they were debating how much of a head start Michael Phelps might need in order, how much their head start would need in order to beat Michael Phelps in a 100. So Kevin and Ben go, and then Michael Phelps goes. So here is the conversation between the Orioles broadcasters.
I've been doing some research during the breaks. I think we'd be expected to be about 2 minutes for 100 meters.
That's
freestyle
wrong. You wouldn't be.
in the
Sorry,
pool.
guys.
Getting back to the Michael Phelps thing. So let's say we're each doing 50. So maybe we can cut a little bit of time out of there.
2 minutes for us to go 100 meters.
Yeah.
Now, what if something's chasing you? Would you get there faster?
Well,
Michael Phelps is going to be chasing you if you're doing the first leg.
Yeah, Michael's hit in the 47-48. So let's say because he's not going for Olympic gold, we'll give him 50 seconds.
Yeah, I think that's fair. 50-51.
Okay. So maybe we may need to give ourselves a full 50 meters.
Oh, come on.
We may need to do it.
That'd be so embarrassing.
It would be.
I don't think it'd be embarrassing. He's the greatest swimmer of all time.
All right, so they continue on to debate
It wouldn't
this.
be embarrassing until
What
he
was the
passed you.
score of the game when they were
It was
having this
5-1,
conversation?
so in Orioles' favor over the Diamondbacks.
What inning?
It was inning top of the ninth, so the game was almost over.
Game's over.
They probably brought it up early in the
Yeah.
game.
Okay.
I'm just gonna sit everyone down and say, no, you would not beat Michael Phelps, even if you had a 50-meter head start. They ended up going, hey, what if we had 40 meters?
No.
40 meters is not even how you would
You said 2 minutes is too.
So here's
yeah.
let me continue on with this
Yeah.
rant of mine as I'm trying to get it out of my mouth. 40 meters is not a distance in which you refer to in swimming.
How
Swimming
long
is in 25
from
meters.
one end of the pool to the other in the Olympics?
Because in the pool, Olympics 50 meters.
50 meters.
40
okay.
meters is not something you judge this by.
I understand. So,
And
but one lap
is
there
50.
Is 50 meters in the Olympics.
So if they're talking about the Olympic-sized pool, which would be longer than 2 minutes because it takes longer to do that. See, I do 2 minutes. I swim about 4 or 5 times a week. I don't know Kevin Brown and Ben McDonald from anybody else. Are they former competitive swimmers? If not, you are not swimming a 2 minute 100.
Yeah.
And Michael Phelps is so much faster than you think he is. It's like you saying, I think I could beat Usain Bolt in a 100-meter dash if I had a 50-meter head start. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. I need Michael Phelps to have the things to the props he deserves.
There's a number somewhere. I like the Bolt thing. I think is interesting. In a 100-meter race,
Yeah.
how many meters of a head start would you need to think you have a chance to beat him?
Usain Bolt?
To beat him? Do you need 50? Do you
No.
need 65?
65,
Yeah,
maybe.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. There's a number somewhere in there. I
Yeah.
don't know the swimming metrics enough to know. You're telling me that this is a no chance, no how, no way.
I think it would be, you would have to be 60 to 75 meters in order for Michael Phelps not to beat you if you don't swim.
Yeah.
Like if you're not a swimmer, like he swam 100 meters in 47 seconds. That is just an insane. Anyway,
Yeah.
I just get tired of
this
people.
This is the thing of if you
discrediting it.
gave me 100 at-bats against Garrett Cole, I would get a hit. No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
I'd make contact.
No, you wouldn't. No, you.
I would hit the ball.
That's this conversation. I don't know the swimming metrics enough, but this is one of those. If you gave me 100 holes to beat Scotty Scheffler,
Oh, you're never going to beat him.
I'm never going to beat him.
No.
I you know what I mean? Like it would just it's never going to happen. I think is your point, right?
Yeah.
That
Yeah, Michael
there
Phelps
is
is still
number.
a fast swimmer.
If
you think
gave me-
Garrett Cole can throw it behind me 100 times before I get the bat on the ball?
I think he could throw it by you 10,000 times.
I would
before
get
you
the
could do
bat
it.
on the ball at least
You
once.
1,000%.
It wouldn't be a hit. But,
I would
you know,
bet you my house, my car, and every dollar I've ever.
I'd
earned
get
that
a
you couldn't
foul
do it.
tip at
You-
some point.
You absolutely.
Come
wouldn't.
on.
You
would hear
absolutely
something.
wouldn't.
I would get something on it. Come on. One
I'm
out of 10,000?
I'm going to show you something during the break. I'm
Yeah.
going to show you Paul Skeens throwing a bullpen. And
Okay.
then I want your answer.
I'm
after
going to
that.
guess right once.
And
No,
you
you're
also
not.
won't beat Michael Phelps. in
No, hell
swimming.
no. I'm not going to beat.
We'll
I'd
give
be
you a
fish.
torpedo bat. How about that?
Thank you. Thank you
By
very
the way-
much. I got a
by the
torpedo
way,
bat.
Jorge gets credit.
Yes.
I was looking like crazy. He pulled it. Starting lineup. Those little statues.
Oh, okay.
Remember
I
these
remember
things?
these.
Remember those things?
I do. When you said action figures,
Yes.
I remember those.
Starting
yes.
lineup is what it was.
Yes.
You never had a starting lineup?
Never had a starting
Just a
lineup.
fat head.
Just a big old fat head.
Do you
yes.
have any lying around?
I think I still have some in the attic. They're all rolled up.
We got walls in here.
It'd be right there,
just
right
saying,
behind
right
you.
behind me.
Okay, that would be cool.
That
yeah.
way, everywhere I turn, I have to look at you.
It was a cool fat head. It was a good action shot too. Caught me,
Fatheads was a cool idea.
caught me on an inhale.
Oh, you're
Stomach
looking
was
good.
flat. Yeah,
You look
so
like a
happy.
swole up
Yeah,
top.
man. Yeah,
That's
baby.
Good. That's good. I like that. Who's hot? Who's cold? It's brought to you by NextGen, the official AC, heat, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. Call 833-3-NEXTGen.
I'd hit one.
Or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. You would
Take him yard.
not. The dump coming up next.
Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland. Next at noon after Travis and DeMarco.
I would run through a wall for JJ Redick.
Well, I think that.
No, I mean just me as a talk show. I would literally run through a wall for JJ.
We should make that happen. To see that, yeah.
Yeah. Somebody find a wall. Believe me, I
think
can
there's
run
plenty.
Into it.
We'll find one of them around
here. I can run into it.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Hey guys, what's up? It's George Sedano. Waiting is never fun. Usually nothing good happens when you wait. My friend Jacob in the law offices of Jacob and Ronnie want to make sure you don't wait after an accident. Immediately after an accident, before talking to the insurance company, call Jacob, man. Jacob and his team will do all the work, make all the phone calls, handle the paperwork, set up the doctor's appointments, whatever the case may be. And when you speak to the insurance company first, it's a big mistake. Because you know why? They may later use your words against you. However, Jacob and his team, they'll guide you through the process, get you the compensation you deserve, and you don't have to pay Jacob unless he wins. Nothing out of pocket. Free. Gratis. So if you're injured in an accident, the first name, the first thought, the first call should be Jacob. Jacob, Jacob, Jacob. The consultation is free. That's right. Free. I told you. Gratis. Don't wait. Call Jacob 24 hours a day at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Call him 844-24-JACOB or visit him online at calljacob.com.
Call Jacob.
The sports calendar is heating up, and with ESPN Bet Sportsbook, you can go from checking news and stats to placing bets in just a couple of taps. Stream games, bet live, and get exclusive offers when you link your ESPN account. Right now, you can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code JOEQ to get started today. That's JOEQ, Joe Q. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for basketball and hockey this season. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every one-timer and buzzer-beating 3 live and in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Don't miss out. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
I could hit Paul Skeens. The Cardinals did.
The Cardinals did. Mostly because, let me think if I can explain. No, that's right. They're Major League Baseball players.
Oh, I can get my bat in the plane once. Come on.
Nope. I like the one that goes 98 miles an hour towards your hands, followed by the one that goes 99 miles an hour away from the end of the bat.
Now, I'd be wearing a suit of armor, but I think I could get one out there. Oh,
Crazy. Kristen Stewart is celebrating her 34th birthday today. Emily, do you like Kristen Stewart?
Heck yes.
Yeah?
She's one of the best actresses of our generation. She and Robert Pattinson obviously started out in Twilight, and they were very interesting, very kooky, gave weird performances, but those two since then have been making some of the most interesting choices of actors of their generations. Love Kristen Stewart.
DeMarco, can you tell me a movie that Kristen Stewart has been in?
Panic Room.
Okay. Was she good in it?
She played the daughter of Jodie Foster.
Okay.
Yeah. People
good?
like that. Yeah, I like the movie, but people had it out for her for some reason.
I know she's been in a lot of stuff, and I know I don't go to a ton of movies, but other than the Twilight movies, I don't even know a movie that she's been in. Like, what would I have seen her in if I were a movie person?
If you were a movie person, Love Lies Bleeding is her most recent one. She was also in an interesting movie with Steven Yeun where she played an AI satellite. Anyway, she makes weird movies and it's fun. And she was also in Spencer. She played Princess Diana in Spencer, Pablo Lorraine biopic about 2 years ago.
SNL.
Yeah. She is awesome.
Super distinctive look.
Yes.
Yeah. I know who she is.
Yeah,
I could pick her out of a lineup. I just don't think I've ever seen any of her movies
and
ever.
So there's one of my favorite interviews with her when she was doing a press tour. Oh, she was also in The Happiest Season, which was kind of like a Hallmarky movie that came out on Hulu about 3 years ago as well. But she was in this funny interview where she was asked they said a line to her, and she had to guess what movie of hers that line is from, and she couldn't get it. So she went "Oh, I have to do my Kristen Stewart impression." So she impersonated herself.
That's funny.
Doing it, so she got it. Anyway, it's great.
Dennis Quaid turns 70 today, and there was a period. Dennis Quaid was
the rookie.
Kevin Costner right before Kevin Costner was Kevin Costner.
He was everywhere.
He was everywhere. And anytime there was a sports movie, Dennis Quaid was the lead.
He was there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any Given Sunday, he was the backup quarterback.
He was the backup quarterback.
Did a baseball movie.
He was Everybody's All-American.
Everybody's All-American.
He was the star Heisman Trophy winning quarterback.
He was that guy. Yeah.
The Rookie he was in. Like, he was the guy that showed up in all of the sports movies for a generation.
I like Quaid movies. I do.
Yeah. I again, he's another one of those
hate
guys.
him.
I know who he is. I've seen some of them, but I feel like he's been in 1,000 movies, and I can name 2.
So Dennis Quaid, to me, is the dad from The Parent Trap. He is the very dad. Okay, what was going on in that movie? What judge approved these twins to be separated and to never go? And then also, you're so dumb to not. Okay, I'm talking about the mom now in Parent Trap. You're so dumb.
That's
to
Jamie
send...
Lee Curtis, right?
No. That's Jamie Lee Curtis. Is not in this movie. That's Freaky Friday.
Oh, okay.
So the mom in this movie is she's dead now. She died in a ski accident. Anyway,
that's not
That's not
mom, when you send your daughter to a sleepaway camp in America, if you live in London, why don't you, I don't know, call your ex-husband and be like, hey, just so you know, your daughter's in America. Also, wouldn't you want to get to know your daughter at all? Why would you separate these twins?
A lot of heat
anyway,
on this movie.
He's very hot. And in that movie, too, they have 2 of the most beautiful homes that's ever existed. It's Nancy Meyers. He lives on the Wine in Napa Valley, and they have the huge ranch with all the horses.
To live like that.
Who's very hot?
Dennis Quaid in that movie in the 1990s. And then
Never thought of that.
in London, she has a beautiful house in like this beautiful square. And anyway,
I would like to live in a ranch in Napa and have people describe my home as beautiful.
Absolutely.
That sounds fun.
And describe you as
sounds
beautiful.
like goals right there.
Honestly, I could care less about
Yeah.
that. Like, I'd rather be handsome than a troll.
That
But if
sounds
somebody
like
just said,
goals.
he's whatever. He's kind of gross looking, but his house is amazing. It's on a ranch in Napa. I'll take that all
He's
day long.
also really good in the movie this past year that was nominated for an Oscar for Best Picture, which was The Substance. He plays kind of this like executive, smarmy, ugly, or like only thinks of women in terms of an object. But
I like his brother better.
Randy?
I like Randy better.
Randy went insane, I think.
Randy's nuts.
Yeah.
He's far more interesting.
He's Cousin Eddie.
Yeah, he is. He's really Cousin Eddie.
He's Cousin Eddie.
Yes.
It's hard not to dislike.
At one point in the movie, though, it's the grossest part. He eats like prawns and shrimp in front of the camera, and it's a close-up of him eating these prawns.
That's gross.
Disgusting.
I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
Hugh Hefner would have celebrated a birthday today, April 9th. Hugh Hefner, a publishing icon, I guess is one way to describe him.
Did I tell you my Hugh Hefner story?
I know that you have been to the mansion a few times.
Been to the mansion. This was a place called Las Palmas on Sunset.
Okay.
First time I've been there.
Okay.
Ever.
Was it a club?
It's a restaurant that turns into a nightclub.
Okay.
Apparently all the Lakers go there, or they used to. This place used to be
What
popping.
period of time are we talking about?
2001, 2. So used to be popping. Go in, and there is this red VIP room, or the room is glowing red. There's a red light in there or something.
Okay.
Out of this room comes 6-foot blonde after 6-foot blonde, all holding hands. Second to last was Hugh Hefner. Last was a paramedic carrying a defib machine. That's goals. Just in case this dude drops dead while he's partying.
So Hugh Hefner lived to be nearly 100.
Yes.
He got really close. So if that was 20 years, so he was in his 80s?
Still
maybe?
partying.
Or close to it?
And was the life of the party. Yes.
He lived a life, that's for sure.
Hefner would be 99 if he
99.
was alive.
Yeah,
Wow.
So he's probably in his late 70s, early 80s.
And he out-partied all of us.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Today was the day that Parks and Rec premiered in 2009. Today in 2010 would have been a good time to jump into Parks and Rec. Season 1 of Parks and Rec, show that I really like, stinks. The second season is when it gets...
Oh, it gets better?
It
Okay.
gets,
Yeah.
It turns into the show that it became.
Who's
the
in
first
Parks
season,
and Rec?
It's Amy Poehler is the lead,
Amy
and
Poehler.
Adam Scott's in it, and Nick Offerman's in it, Aubrey Plaza's in it, Chris Pratt's in it.
Yeah.
and
Chris
it was
Pratt.
what launched Chris
Chunky.
Pratt as well.
Yeah.
Chris
He was
Pratt
chunky
was
in that
not
one.
a
Yeah.
thing.
He's a doughy,
he was doughy.
dumb
Yes.
guy.
And he was
Carlo.
supposed to be written off after the first season and a half,
Yeah.
and then he was so good they kept him.
Yeah.
I agree with you. The first season, I think they were trying to be The Office, and then they realized it's not The Office, it's Parks and Recreation, and they totally changed it.
And they did that show is great because it is an ensemble cast, and the people that don't get a ton of screen times, like Donna and Jerry and
Yeah.
Tom, and
They're
all those
good
guys,
too?
They steal most of the scenes that they're
Oh
in.
yeah, Aziz Ansari's in it
Yeah.
as Tom.
Who's
Yeah.
the mustache guy?
Nick
Nick
Offerman.
Offerman.
Okay, what's
He's
his thing?
Wonderful.
He's funny.
He's hilarious.
But he never really changes his face.
That's kind of his
Yeah,
thing.
okay.
Well,
he does
in
actually.
other roles.
He
Yeah.
sometimes will shave his. So in Mission Impossible fallout or whatever. The next one is he is in that movie with no facial hair.
No facial hair. Okay.
So he's also in The Last of Us in that really iconic episode, but he has like the whole beard and all this stuff. Like he's sneaky. Such a great actor. If he pops up, you're like, wow, this is gonna get good.
When does Aziz get on that show?
He's on it from the beginning.
From the beginning? Okay, he's funny.
But he becomes the character. Tom Haverford is the character.
Yeah.
He becomes the very entertaining after season one.
He makes me laugh.
It's
Yeah.
what
He is funny.
Treat Yourself comes from.
Treat Yourself.
Yeah, he makes me laugh.
Treat Yourself
And Donna.
2011.
Donna might be my favorite character on that show.
Oh, she's fantastic.
Terrific.
I also really like John Ralphio.
Oh,
is that Rob Lowe? Or is that
Yep,
Rob
Rob
Palinka?
Lowe.
Yes.
Nope.
Or is that Rob Palinka? Okay.
It was today, Jorge.
Dime.
1981. Los Angeles Dodgers. Fernando Valenzuela took the ball, opening day starter. Due to pitching staff injuries, he beats the Astros 2-0. He went on to have what is probably the high watermark in Fernando's career. He wins the Cy Young. He wins the Rookie of the Year. The Dodgers win the World Series. The legend of Fernando Valenzuela was born today in 1981.
Wait, you said opening day in 81 was today?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, because they've added rounds of the playoffs.
Yeah.
So you can't have the playoffs end at Thanksgiving, so they had to push everything up to the front.
Wow. How
Yeah.
things
See, they
change.
needed to make 3 and 5 game series. It's
Right.
dumb.
Yeah, just best of two. Best of two.
Let's take visiting scores and away goals.
I know we've talked a lot about this on this show, and I could talk about it all day, every day, and I never get tired of it. But it's really hard to explain what the Fernando fever was, Fernando mania was, as it was happening. I know there's been documentaries, some really good ones. I know we've spoken to people like Jaime Harin that have told us who was intimately involved with the whole thing. But as wild as it was with Shohei last year, like a Shohei at bat, like Shohei obviously was playing every single day and was a phenomenon. It was awesome. But Fernando was only playing once every 5 days, and when Fernando would play, it was an event.
Yeah, I bet.
It was such a big deal when he would go to pitch, and he was almost always fantastic. The Dodgers were the biggest game in town. Lakers were a big deal, but the Dodgers probably still nosed him out a little bit at that point in the early 80s. The NBA hadn't totally – this is 81, so Showtime hadn't really even started yet or was just getting started. And it didn't speak any English. And every time he would go, it's just like, Fernando's pitching, Fernando's pitching, Fernando's pitching. It was such a phenomenon.
Because you'd never seen it before?
He was a kid. He was 19 years old.
He was 19 years old. Okay.
He was, and you look back now, and he really wasn't, but at the time described as kind of this chubby left-handed. It's like it just long hair. He
Not
didn't
look like a ball player.
Didn't look like a ball
Yeah,
player.
you said that before. Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And it's just like he's out there just getting everybody
I can't
out.
believe this is coming out of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like going up against the best teams in baseball, taking the ball in the World Series multiple times, the All-Star game, was just everything about it was just insane.
No pitch counts for him. Go out there
Whatever
and throw.
the opposite of a pitch count is what Fernando did.
Wow.
I mean, he pitched into the 120s, 130s regularly. I think he had 8 shutouts that year, and I think like 9 of his first 12 starts, he completed the game. The Dodgers as a team will not have 9 complete games this year.
Yeah, because
well, what he didn't
strength
do,
training and nutrition has never been better than what it is now, and you got guys that can't stay together.
And every pitch that every pitcher throws is, I need you to throw this as hard as you
Is that what it
possibly
is?
can
Okay.
and spin it as hard as you possibly can every single pitch. Batters, you swing as hard as you can at every. It's
Different back then? I thought you were going to go with you can't pull fat.
There might be
There
something
might
to
be
that.
something to that, yeah.
There might be something to that. That was that the Terry Forster
Yeah,
line
you
or
can't-
the John Kruk line?
I think it might have been Kruk. You
Krucky?
can't pull fat. Yeah.
Dude Perfect was launched today in 2009. Is that real? Are those like stunts real?
I think they are. I
There's a
think
documentary
that,
on this.
Yeah, I think they're real.
They're real?
Even though I have
Yeah.
no interest whatever in Dude Perfect, but I think they do.
Do you like Dude
they're real.
Perfect?
No.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
I'm not even sure what it is. I was going to look it up.
They do the trick shots.
They do like
Oh, those nutcases that do all
they'll
the
drop
funny
a
shots.
basketball
From
off
the
a
stratosphere,
skyscraper
yeah.
and make a shot.
I cannot stop watching. Then I do like Dude Perfect.
Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
It
like throwing a basketball into a basket from a weather balloon.
Yes.
That guy. Yeah,
yes,
okay.
Yes. Or
Guys,
speeding by
couple
a
guys,
car.
yeah.
Yeah.
But there's some speculation whether it's real or not, right?
Is it like you think like it's magic?
I
In terms of like the way that magic is.
one take.
Of course not.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I could be totally wrong, but I feel like there's some dude perfect controversy.
I mean, they made
out
a
in the universe.
huge brand. I remember my
made
my
a
younger brother was into it. We had the little hoop. It was like a Nerf hoop, and we
And
had
try
the
to
hoop.
bounce it off.
I want to say they're still the most followed
t-shirts.
people
yeah.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
Maybe them or Mr. Beast.
Okay. I do become obsessed with trick shots, though.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever we're doing, if we're trying to do it, I will keep doing it until we hit it.
Did your older daughter ever have the bottle flip face?
What do you mean? Both of them do. It's
do.
still going.
That was one of what are we doing here?
Yes.
Fa-boom, 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 fa-boom. Stop! This is why
and then I want to do
J.J.
it.
Orr lost his mind last night. Stop doing that. Well, I didn't throw it that time. I know, but you threw it the other 900 times. So I'm punishing you this time, even though it's not your fault.
Here, try it, Dad. Maybe you can land it.
Right.
Of course I tried.
I get into it.
Of course I tried.
Tell me you haven't tried, Jorge.
All the time.
Thank you.
And the first time you don't get it, you're like, give it back.
Yep.
Give it back.
I want to show you how easy and stupid this is, and I don't get it. Okay, let me do it again. And next, spend an hour. Yes.
Yes. Just don't do it around me unless I get to do it.
Right.
That's different. Supercross Talk coming up next.
Mason and Ireland.
Can you do a cartwheel, John, if you were pressed?
I used to be able to, but I haven't done it in so long.
I've not done a cartwheel in a really long time. I'm sure I can.
The biggest show on the radio, weekdays at noon.
On 710 ESPN.
Baseball's my favorite sport because you can fail 70% of the time and still be a legend. Like my diet. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Big League Gift Giveaway. Get a pickleball set when you earn 500 points on your rewards card. The 15th.
Number 2.
The Good Times Pizza Company's brick oven cooks your crust to perfection. Get it to go today.
And the number 1 reason.
Desi Banks. Live April 25th. Get tickets now.
Morongo. Good times.
Hey, Joy. Oh, you are glowing.
Oh, hey. More like Mirajoyed. That Miralax helped me go. I was so backed up. Tried mega coffees, prune juice, everything. Then Miralax. And hello, gentle relief without the harsh side effects.
Ooh, how does it work?
It works naturally with the water in your body for constipation relief. Find Miralax today at your local retailer.
Use as directed for occasional constipation.
It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired of numbers. But this one you need to hear. $16.5 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud last year. Now, here's a good number. $100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed. Oh, one last number. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit LifeLock.com for the threats you can't control. Terms apply.
The LPGA Tour returns to Los Angeles for the JM Eagle LA Championship, presented by Plastpro, April 17th through the 20th at El Caballero Country Club. Come watch 144 of the world's best female golfers, including standout LPGA superstar Nelly Korda and back-to-back champion Hannah Green. Tickets start at just $25. First responders, military, kids under 18, and those affected by the Eaton and Palisades fires get in free. Get your tickets today at jmeagleLAchampionship.com.
Bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, crowd rocking for Rotolo Chevrolet's top hitter, Mike Capozio. He's facing off with the Bulldog, and these two have quite the history. Here's the pitch. Oh, and he got all of it. That ball is out of here like a red Corvette, and it's going and going and going. Yes!
Dad, are you having that dream again?
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
All right, listen up. Whether you're out for a walk, hitting the gym, or just tackling your day, in this LA heat, chafing is no joke. Take my word for it. That's why you need Highlands Chafing Relief. This stuff is a game changer. Goes on like a cream, dries like a powder, and stays put even through sweat and water. No greasy mess, just all-day protection. If you've already got some chafing, Highlands soothes it fast with aloe, shea butter, and tea tree oil. Don't let chafing slow you down. Grab Highlands Chafing Relief at Walmart or Target right now.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles.
KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. It's time for
Soper Crosstalk.
You're late, Mace. You're late to the woo-wooing. You're late to the whole thing. AK is here. How are you guys?
You're out of here.
I knew it.
I was talking to Andy.
I'm sorry. You're out.
Yeah, I had a feeling you guys might talk a little bit about that
It's
today.
definitely gonna come up.
We've spent some time on it as well.
I heard you guys talking about what was the story with Hugh Hefner. I overheard
DeMarco.
Oh, how did we come up on Hugh Hefner?
It's his birthday.
It's his birthday.
Oh, it's his birthday today.
This club on Sunset. First time I went there is a place called Las Palmas, Mexican restaurant that turns into a nightclub.
Yeah.
And this is where everybody goes. And he was there with all his Playboy bunnies.
Oh,
so
nice.
Like 8 of them in a row, all looking the same, all holding hands.
BYOB.
Yes.
Bring your own bunnies.
Yes. Second to last was Hugh Hefner.
Yep.
The last guy was a paramedic with a defib machine.
Oh,
that's how you party.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's how he partied.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So, anybody ever go to the Playboy Mansion?
Yes.
Yes. Trav, no?
Never been.
Yeah.
Have you been, Mace?
I did. I
Yeah.
did go. I think it's all torn down now, right?
Yes.
They're building a high
Now
rise or something
defunct.
like that.
Oh,
There is
really?
there's no Playboy
Starbucks?
Mansion anymore. They sold it. Yeah, there's a Starbucks there. Exactly right.
Finally, this town gets a Starbucks.
Exactly.
Wow.
So the Playboy Mansion, I thought, was the most overrated experience of my life.
I've heard this before.
I'll tell you what, that grotto, that is serious. You bring some chlorine if you're going to go in that. Bring your own chlorine. That was
People having sex in a hazmat
that
suit.
was
easy,
filthy. I was not into that at all. I did roam around a little bit. It was one of those NFL something
Honors
parties,
kind of thing,
something
yeah.
like
I went there
that.
twice for ESPYs parties.
That's what it was. It was an ESPYs party. Yeah.
It's very stuck in its own
I've heard
time.
it's
Like,
very dated.
it's
dated.
so
It's like going to
dated.
Graceland.
Okay.
Graceland is exactly the
Except
same way. Totally dated.
Except
Good pull.
Graceland, you assume by now has Wi-Fi. I seriously doubt the mansion had Wi-Fi.
Yeah, no connectivity there.
No.
Well, I shouldn't say that.
Not well.
There was probably
Depends on what you mean by
connectivity.
connectivity.
Shag rugs, but in a few ways.
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt.
Have you been to, by the way, the thing I love about Hugh Hefner, go back to YouTube and look at some of his Playboy at Night shows. Have you ever seen those?
No, he had like was it a talk show?
Talk show called, I think it was called Playboy at Night.
And he was a host?
He was a host, and it was like this
Smoking jacket,
evening
long cigarettes.
dinner party. He roams around the room, and like there's Sammy Davis Jr. and there's Lola Falana, and there's all these old, these old timey stars, and he's talking to and there would be politicians in there, all kinds of stuff.
Not now.
It was excellent.
I am pretty square. Okay, this is not breaking news.
No,
I
had no idea.
I'm a pretty square guy.
Is that a new smock?
It is.
Oh wow!
We're all wearing smocks
They all
today.
wore smocks in my honor.
Everyone.
Jorge's got a pink smock.
Yeah,
on.
it's
this is my lighter blue smock,
Smock
as opposed
Wednesday
to my
here,
greenish blue smock from yesterday, which was very funny. So that let's use
You're
the
square.
Let's use the grotto as an example. Not for me. Okay.
Yeah.
Not for me. However, what you just described, like that party, with smoking jack, I want to attend that. I want to go do that. I just don't want to get anywhere near.
You want the option.
The other stuff doesn't intrigue me at all.
You want the option.
I have a photo from one of the years that I went there for the ESPYs of me and Brian. And remember Julie the nanny from Growing Pains?
Yeah.
Very
well.
She was a playmate.
Wow. Very well.
She was a playmate,
Trav.
and she was there one of the years, and I have a photo with Julie the nanny.
No way.
I forgot her actual name.
Julie the nanny will do.
Yeah. Rick Fox stole my limo that night.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, and I almost got into it with John Rocker. That was
that's
night.
right.
That was the same night.
The
Almost
list
gets
of
into
people
it
that
with John
almost.
Rocker.
So let me ask you
No
guys this
reason
question. It's funny.
needed.
I had no idea. I didn't know. Yeah.
Did I blow an opportunity here? Should I have done this or not? I'll skip to the ending. I did not engage this individual.
Okay.
But I was out to dinner the other night. Susan and I, we were waiting for our table. We were kind of sitting in the little lobby area there. Jeff Pearlman, who wrote the John Rocker story, comes into the restaurant, and he also is waiting to be seated. I've spoken to Jeff Pearlman. We've never met each other.
Right.
Yeah.
I wanted to go over and tell him, hey, I really liked his books and all of these other things, and I just didn't.
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't. In that scenario, I don't know why you wouldn't say, hey, Jeff Perlman, Steve Mason,
Did you freeze?
nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Did you freeze?
No, I'm like,
Turtle.
he's out with
We call that
turtling.
turtling.
I'm assuming he was with
Your
his
head
wife
goes into the
and his
shell,
mother,
you know.
and they were.
You didn't want to bother the
They
guy.
were just
Okay.
engaged in their own private moment. I'm like, this guy I don't know.
I take a whole different approach to this now than I used to. Like when I went to the King's Fire Relief thing, there were a bunch of celebrities there, and so I wasn't on the red carpet. I was by the red carpet, and in walks Rob McElhaney. And I just, Rob, Steve Mason, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
And it was great. And he was totally normal, totally cool. I didn't realize he has a very famous wife. She introduced herself. It still didn't
Caitlin
register.
She's on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia with him. She plays D.
I'm Caitlin. Nice to meet you. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm talking to Rob McElhaney.
So do you introduce yourself as Steve Mason, or do you introduce yourself as Steve Mason from ESPN's Mason and Ireland
I use
show?
ESPN. I don't say Mason and Ireland.
Okay.
Steve Mason from ESPN is a good way to go.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I saw that.
Because I'm always waiting for
Travis Rogers, ESPN.
Yeah, but I'm waiting for that. What do I care?
No, you're not going to get it.
Yeah.
From a guy like Jeff Pearlman, you're definitely not going to get it.
Because I was thinking somebody probably comes up, you're the guy that wrote the John Rocker thing. And I didn't want to make him even for a second have that feeling of, is this guy coming up
Was
to,
it an
you
unflinching
screwed
look?
John
Yeah.
Rocker,
No.
dude. I didn't
really?
even want a fraction of a second of that.
I think the answer is don't walk up and say, hey, I love your book. Woo.
Yeah.
Just
Walk
say
up
hi.
and say, Travis Rogers,
Nice.
ESPN, nice to meet you.
Appreciate your work.
Love
Yes.
your work.
Jeff always has something to promote. Honestly, you could be doing him a favor. Like, you might be excited to hear
Did you
from
read the book, the Rocker book?
I've read most of Jeff Pearlman's
Was it
books.
unflinching?
Look, John Rocker is an uninteresting individual to me because I know exactly what he is.
Okay.
But I thought his Barry Bonds book was terrific.
Perlman's a really good writer.
Yeah, his
He's
Dallas
a
Cowboys
really good
book
writer.
is
I think
terrific.
I know his face, right?
Yeah.
Perlman. Yeah.
He's a very good writer.
So I'm over here watching Playboy After Dark.
Right now?
And, I
Lola
am.
Falana
No, it's
episode?
Joey Heatherton, to be honest with you.
Perfect.
Another one.
When was it? What's the era of this? The 60s?
Yeah, the late
Okay.
60s, mid to
Okay.
late 60s. And I believe they're
You
all,
would know, Travis.
They're all tickling Lola Falana. No, they're all Joey Heatherton. They're tickling
he
her.
is.
I'm like, what? How could you even do that now?
Because you couldn't do it now.
They're
but the
playing a
60s,
gigantic game of Simon
that's Ron
Says,
Perlman.
and Joey Heatherton and Sammy Davis Jr. are playing. Now, this, to me, is television.
I would watch that today. I would be 100% in on that.
Yeah.
I want the network stars, the Battle of the Networks.
Oh,
Let's
now
bring that
that's
back.
another good one.
Let's bring that
the
back.
problem is there are no networks anymore.
No networks and
Yeah.
Did they do it back there? So when you get Gabe Kaplan and Robert Conrad,
I'm in.
captaining
Well,
these
that
teams,
was
in.
so good. They were at each
Mr.
other's
Cotter.
throats.
Yeah.
did they need the money?
No.
No.
I think
so
they
why
had
were
to
they
do
doing
it.
it?
I think they had
to
to do
promote
it.
their shows,
Yes.
right?
It was strictly a
probably
promotional
in their
endeavor?
in their show. Yeah, I mean, it was a.
Why
it
do
was
you
a
play
big deal.
softball?
Why is Joe Frazier there?
Because he's a guest. You asked him to
You're
be there.
dressing it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
Might have been involved with like Monday Night
And
Football.
boxing
or
was on the
something
networks
like
back
that.
then.
Oh, boxing was
okay.
on the
Yeah.
network.
Oh, I thought you said Joe Namath.
No,
Joe Frazier.
they're the
I know
famous
why
with
Joe Namath would
Joe
be there.
Frazier almost died.
Yeah.
He nearly drowned in the pool. Like
In Battle of the Network Stars.
Yes.
That would draw
That's
some
an
ratings.
Yes.
underreported
I mean,
story.
it's
Yeah.
not. You
Is it
Google
right
Joe
there? Is it right
Frazier
next to Playboy
Battle of
After Dark?
Finger.
That would draw some
Joe
ratings.
Frazier.
Yeah. Joe
They
Frazier
tried. They
almost
brought
died.
it back with Joe Tessitore and Rob Riggle as the hosts, and
Yeah.
they tried to get some. But
But
it just
like, what
doesn't.
networks are
Exactly.
there?
It doesn't work anyway. When you used to have 3 networks and that was all you saw on television,
They were
like
stars.
And
right?
that's all we saw.
And TV was its very specific thing. Like movies was one thing, TV was another thing, and never the twain shall meet.
Yeah.
Now everyone
Yeah.
crosses back and forth.
You could do it with shows like it's everybody that's ever been on Law and Order
Ooh.
Okay.
versus everybody that has ever been on NCIS.
Ooh, good
Go.
one. Let's go. I'm in.
Go!
But does anybody care about
No,
those?
they don't.
No.
They don't.
What
Harmon
people
versus
fall down?
Maloney.
What if
I'm
you had
in.
like the cast of Succession against the cast of White Lotus?
Mark Harmon versus Christopher Maloney is a pretty good battle.
There you
I
go,
would
right
watch
there.
that.
I'd
Tee
watch
that
that.
up.
Well,
Yeah.
Mark Harmon
In a
has a
what?
huge advantage
Doing
because he's
what?
a former athlete.
He is.
Doing what?
Yeah.
Running?
Maloney's in great
Yeah.
shape. Have you? He's
No, I
ripped.
know he's ripped, but that doesn't mean he's a great athlete.
I think he's
necessarily.
an athlete.
Gym muscles are different from...
Mark Harmon played football at UCLA.
I'd like to see him do hurdles. There you go. Those 2 guys.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That'd be fun. Yes.
I saw. I do watch the YouTubes of these periodically.
okay.
There was one where Catherine Bach, Daisy Duke,
Oh.
Yes.
was in a bicycle race against Gabe Kaplan.
See?
Yes.
And
It's
that's
just
TV
it's
right there.
amazing.
That's fun.
Now, did
It's
you ever
amazing.
watch Superstars?
Jeep Superstars?
Superstars
Refresh my
Competitions
memory.
was
Yeah, yeah.
on Sunday mornings
Oh,
or
yeah.
Sundays. and they would have a bunch of athletes from different sports all competing and stuff like the high
100
jump,
was
the
the
long
thing.
jump, the
Yeah,
100.
yeah.
Yes. It was fantastic.
Herschel Walker absolutely buried
Kyle Rote
somebody.
Jr.
Yes.
I remember winning a bunch. Dwight Stone's the high jumper.
Wayne Grimditch?
Dwight Stone. I remember him winning.
Who?
Wayne Grimditch. Do you know
No,
who I'm
I
talking
don't.
about?
Who's
Do you
Wayne
know
Grimditch?
anything?
I vaguely remember
Who's
the
that?
name.
Wayne
Wayne
Grimditch.
Grimditch was like the world's best water skier. Okay.
That's why I remember.
And he was also like a phenomenal athlete.
Yes.
Water
And
skiing was also super big in the 70s.
And,
it was
and he
really
would show
big.
up on the Superstars and clean up on
Is
everybody.
that right?
Like, and because it wasn't just like this or that. It was all of these kind of niche sports.
Right. Yeah.
And Wayne Grimditch was good at all of them.
Wow.
And he would clean up on everybody.
So you know who the inventor of the Superstar show was? Was Dick Button, the figure skating analyst. He had an idea one day, hey, let's put all the athletes in one and you know where they did it, right? They did it right out at Pepperdine.
That's where they tried to do the reboot, and it just
did not work.
Yeah, it just didn't work.
Yeah.
I remember Emily was talking about swimming with Michael Phelps. Do you guys remember Shaq versus?
Oh, sure.
Shaq raced Michael Phelps in a pool, and he gave him like this weird head start and still lost.
Is that right?
They've tried like Joe's versus Pros. There's been a lot
Variations
of iterations
of
of
this.
this.
Yeah.
I'm in on all of them, by
Yeah,
the way.
me
I
too.
would give all of them a try.
Look, I like circus tricks. Let's go ahead and throw everything out there.
Well, there was the one where, was it Chad Johnson where he raced a cheetah or something? There was some weird one.
Did race a cheetah.
Man versus animal. I
Yeah.
think it was
A horse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a horse.
Yeah.
There was, but they had like, somebody raced a cheetah where they had it like in a pen, like a long run.
I remember that.
That's
yeah,
great.
Yeah.
I would watch DK Metcalf race a cheetah I would pay to watch that.
I don't know if I was pay-per-view, but I remember watching it and being very excited to see it.
Was That's Incredible? It was a cheetah versus
That's
a drag
Incredible.
racer.
Was amazing.
Yeah,
That's
it was a
That's
cheetah versus a
incredible.
dragster, and
Remember
the
the
cheetah
guy-
got scared.
Do you
Yeah.
remember the guy that caught the bullet with his
I
teeth?
do
on
remember
That's
that.
Incredible?
Yes.
The guy on That's Incredible that would put himself in that cube. Remember, he would bend himself inside the cube,
Like the box, right?
Yeah, it was like a box,
right,
and they would
right.
they would keep cutting to him. They'd be like 45 seconds,
Right.
45 minutes have elapsed. The Swami is still inside the
Swami.
cube.
Now
He-
that's
like the
the show I'd
yogi,
watch.
he was the yogi. The yogi was
Incredible.
Who was it John
Davidson, Kathy Lee Crosby, and
Fran Tarkenton.
Fran Tarkenton.
Yes.
Yeah, I would watch that
That's
show.
right.
Yes.
The guy that jumped over cars.
What's
Remember
the
that guy?
Robbie Knievel was going to jump the fountains
No,
at Caesar's
that's true.
Palace,
This is the guy
and
that
they
would-
didn't show it because it didn't go well.
No, this guy would vertically leap over cars.
Oh, yeah,
that
with
guy.
the speeding car.
With the speeding car. That
Oh
guy.
yeah,
Yes.
see that's crazy stuff. You could put that on TV now; it would work.
I'd watch it.
1,000%. We need the Hugh Hefner Variety Hour. with
Yep.
That and the
In the
Network
Grotto.
Stars and Superstars.
Yeah,
and that's
Superstars,
incredible.
and
Yes.
that's
Bring it
incredible.
all back.
Let's bring them all back.
I'd watch.
Bring back the yogi.
Bring back and Wayne Grimditch.
Hey, I got something to say. DeMarco, you're out.
Throw us out of here.
You're
Good.
out.
But I'm talking to Travis.
You're out anyway.
Super.